boy Big T don't miss.
Bang, 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 boy, shit break. On the hard thing, out of Alabama, you can add Nick say.
Now our feature presentation.
Yo. I done met a lot of niggas in my lifetime. You can't keep it real with everybody, my nigga. Everybody ain't solid, everybody ain't 100. For real. Stick to your motherfucking self. These niggas ain't what they say they is. Know that? Love. I do this shit for my brothers and everybody that done died for us. Niggas saying they gon' ride. When the time came, they ain't ride for us. Hitting licks on some hot shit with the same click, it was 5 buzz. Niggas switched up like a bitch, so they'll die for you, but they lied to us. Make room for the real. All that other shit ain't got time for it. Mama still paying bills. Till I get a meal, I'ma grind for it. Record labels all fake and gay, I won't sell my soul, I won't sign for it. Really cut from a different cloth, and new niggas only piss me off. Come around like they really down, but they only around cause they mooching off it. Niggas pussy beat the coochie off it. Listen up when the truth is talking. Real niggas got morals, and the lame niggas don't hate. Rob, who take what? Bitch, I'm riding around with that cake. Riding around with that long K, fuck a Draco, yeah, it's wartime. We ain't doing no drive-bys. If you try mine, we knocking doors down. I ain't saying I'm the biggest nothing, but if we got a problem, I'ma handle that. Loud talk gon' get crunny smack. Turn this fat ass to a punching bag. Niggas saying it's on go when they see a nigga. Well, bitch, I'm a lunching pad. Hot shit for you fuck niggas. All love for the real niggas. Even if a nigga went blind and got paralyzed, I wouldn't feel niggas. See the pain in my city eyes that they traumatized and they still getting it. Forever smoke on Mac bands. Long live smoking bean. But most of all, the one that hurt the most, goddamn nigga to the king. Wake me up, I know it's all a dream, but this real life and I'm stating facts. If I said it, nigga, then I meant it, nigga. If it's out my mouth, I won't take it back. Rap niggas know what's going on. I'm the hottest shit since Tupac. I'm in Tupac and I'm too hot. Nigga, you not, I'm a fuse box. Yeah, nigga, I control shit. Y'all ain't better than my old shit. Tell them folks on no shit, on oh shit, this bullshit. I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live. Well, I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they say the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. Your closest homie can be your biggest hater and I ain't trusting shit, not at all. They laugh at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down, but them niggas sour cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss. I'm only here to get it real. If I ain't done it, I ain't speaking on it. Wake them up cause it's real. You can't learn shit cause you sleeping on me. I don't hold it, try to steal from me. The same one that said he killed for me. I never trust another soul going down that road, I be done killed something. Taking food out my kids' mouth will be the quickest way I catch a bid for something. Understand you gotta live for something, or you gon' die trying to live for nothing. Every dollar ain't meant to be chased, my nigga. Be patient, it's really coming. You don't work, you don't eat. I'm grinding hard, losing sleep. I'm taking drugs to take the pain away, but somehow the shit getting weak. And the fact that niggas so quick to try you in these streets and think it's shit sweet. Niggas fast, they gon' fleet. In the meantime, I found my own grind, I got my own shine, and I spend my money on my own time. Bitch, I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live. Well, I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they say the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. Your closest homie can be your biggest hater, they ain't trusting shit, not at all. They laugh at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down, but them niggas sour cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss.
What's the word? This your boy, the Alabama Hitter, and you are now tuned in to Hit Squad TV. Bam. without further ado, andale, pronto, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell on the side to be notified on each and every time we decide to slide. And man, shout aloud, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. I gotta say this first and foremost. I see my dog Yo-Yo in the building, man, and I just want to say salute to you, Yo-Yo. I worried about you. We ain't seen you in a minute. I'm glad that you're good. You're in good spirits and good health, and all is well. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Black Barbie in the building. Salute to Maddie Stone in the building, rocking with us tonight. We got Dreaming Loud 100. What's happening with it? We got Positive Vibes in the building. Phenomenal Black woman in the building. We got Yolanda in the building. Man, I appreciate y'all, man, for rocking with us on a Saturday night. We finna turn up. What the volume levels sounding like, y'all? Volume level good, too high? Need to turn it down? So y'all let me know something. Y'all let me know something. But yeah, we got a few topics that we're gonna touch on tonight. And we just rocking out, man. Saturday nights, you know what I'm saying? We usually parlay. And we got a set amount of topics, but you know what I'm saying, as the show goes on, y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. Yeah, Shan says she in the bushes. Salute to you, Shan. Appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you, fam. Yeah. We all seen this saga, right? This whole situation with Finesse2tymes and what he going through. Um Everything was like convoluted, you know what I'm saying? We got it in dribs and drabs. The news came out in spots, and the spots that the news came out in didn't necessarily correlate with what was, you know what I'm saying, really going on. You feel me? Um, fam, this is a crazy situation, man. Yo-Yo says, salute to you, Hitter. I'm still here. And thank you. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You know, we had to check on our folks, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is one of the mods that, you know what I'm saying, been rocking with us for a long time. And every now and then I have to check in on him. I know he has some health issues, so you know what I'm saying. I'm just glad to know everybody good. You get used to seeing a name, and you know how it go. A lot of channels that y'all rock with, bigger channels, you know what I'm saying, they see y'all and they don't see y'all. So yeah, fam. But this whole situation is crazy. It's crazy. And I want to highlight one particular instance that Finesse2tymes did on his last live. So just for context, you know, we got Finesse and we got Lil King on, I think, Christmas Eve. Finesse pop out talking about CPS, and they done reached out to him concerning King, and King posting stuff that he shouldn't post online, and then King came back and just nuked the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Went viral. And he's like, okay. And then Hustle Cartel, he dipped his head in the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? And so we entertained, but we like, damn, it's kind of weird how all of this stuff is coming out. Don't nothing really make no sense. And then in January, we find out that Finesse got an arrest warrant for making terroristic threats. You know what I'm saying? Mystery, what's the word, fam? Salute to you. Yeah. So we see all of that, and it still don't make no sense because Finesse still out here. He doing his thing. And then all of a sudden, he goes live the other day and tells everybody that he got violated, that he having to turn himself in to the proper authorities, and he's going back into federal custody, which was crazy when we heard it, you know. But when he said it, I automatically went back to the video that I did months back on him, basically, you know, the federal warrant, well, not the federal warrant, but the warrant nonetheless. And on yesterday, he turned himself in. He turned himself in. He did a little video showing himself, surrendering himself to federal authorities in Texas. And as of now, this is Finesse2tymes IG profile. Everything wiped. If you need to get in contact, reach out through B Mims at CMG Management. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, everything that went dark. Everything that went dark, fam. But on his last live, he set a lot of people straight. He put a lot of smoke in the atmosphere. And one of the things that he put in the atmosphere was this right here. And we finna talk about it. We finna talk about it, man. Let's see here. Y'all ready? Y'all lock in with me. Make sure, hey, turn around, look at your neighbor, and tell them niggas to hit the like button, and let's rock out. Let's go.
And before I go in, before I turn myself in, I'm gonna let it be known too. My Uncle Jerome, you a bitch ass too, bro. Real talk, bro.
One more time. Cause we ain't know nothing about Jerome. So this is a character unlock.
My Uncle Jerome, you a bitch ass too, bro. Real talk, bro. I'm earning everything out, bro. All the shit I've been wanting to say, bro. Bro, you be going around talking about, bro, like I ain't your nephew, bro. You a bitch ass, bro. I offered you a chance, bro. I offered you a job, bro. You don't want to accept what I got to give you. Y'all want to come around and set y'all own stipulations like this. Y'all campaign. I work hard for this shit. You can't come around me and just sit still. Oh, I don't feel like I should have to talk to him. You my nephew. No, this a business though. This how business go, man. And you sitting around here running around talking about other niggas. I ain't never talked about nobody to you, bro.
All right, gang. before we continue, I gotta say salute. Oh, I gotta say salute to Yolanda. God dang. You know who you are. Salute to you. Oh my God. Appreciate you so very much. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to say that, but you know who you are. Much love. Much love. I did not mean to say that, y'all. I did not mean to say that, but salute to you. Much love. That kind of threw me for a loop right there. So yeah, listen, Finesse is blowing his uncle, burning his uncle up, fam. He burning his uncle up. Gangster, what's the word? Hey, hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. J-Rail, what it do, squad? Going on with you? Miss T, what's the word? What's going on with you? Yeah, man. Lock in with us tonight. We got a little something. To talk about. We got a little something to talk about, fam. But yeah, his Uncle Jerome, he going ham on him. We're gonna continue.
You, Big A, BB, all y'all. I never talked to nobody about y'all, bro. I ain't never did y'all like that, bro. Never, bro. I ain't nobody. I'm finna get off. I promise to God I'm finna get off. But I'm just saying these folks need to know that. They need to know, but I ain't never said nothing about to you, nobody around me. I never looked you. I never wanted to talk to look you about nobody around. I never did that. I dealt with these folks accordingly. I ain't wrong.
Well, we not. But you upset yourself.
But I know I ain't wrong, though. These folks need to know that shit ain't right. I ain't wrong. These folks need to know. Because I'm tired of running to the internet with all the false narratives, painting these pictures about me like I ain't straight. And I'm a good. And they putting the word out there like I ain't never put them did nothing for them. I'm 33 years old. You don't me. Stay the out my face. Stop acting like you with me. If you don't let it be known, I'm cool with you. I'm cool with you letting it be known that you don't with me. Quit acting like that you with me and you really don't. That's gonna get you hurt. That's gonna get you hurt. If you don't with me, you don't with me, I can accept it. But quit acting like you with me and you don't. I had to say that shit about Jerome, man. He dead wrong. I'm wrong.
So I don't know who Jerome is, but he wrong than a mother right now, according to Finesse2tymes. It's crazy how people get in their feelings when they know they up against it. And this could be misdirected aggression. But guess what? Yeah, guess what, y'all? Ballaraz, what it do? Salute to you. Miss Nelly, what it do? Mahaya, what's the word? Uncle Jerome. Uncle Jerome said, hold up. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. Y'all bear with
I was
on.
about to say, is that the BJ that I know?
Y'all lock in with In the Lab Live too. That's my dog, Mahaya.
Man said shit, grow up. I'm not gonna waste a breath on you, baby. I'm not gonna waste a breath on you. No more. Yeah, let's go back. So, Vic, you say you're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, rapping this shit. After that, you end up going to jail. I bet. So,
And just so y'all know, this is Uncle Jerome. Yeah. this is who Finesse referred to as a bitch. We got to get to it.
this next time when you got out, you was you was YB. So when you really start rapping this shit, right? I said, bet, let me get my I don't know everything, but I know a little bit about a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, let me call my nigga Slugger View. Let me call my nigga DJ Ears. Hey, we trying to do a video. He's like, man, no, hold up. Yeah, we trying to do a video. Cause I want to get my shit straight now. I don't want to make it seem like I'm lying. All right. I'm trying to figure out which came first, Slugger View or DJ Ears.
Now, y'all bow it on now. Bow it on. He getting his bearings first.
Fuck it. I can't do a whole fucking live. The glasses going crazy and shit. But now, anyway, so okay, Slugger View. So I hear of Slugger View, right? Jizzle Gross. Y'all can hit him up, Slugger View, or whatever. I said, bro, DJ Q them had a artist, you know what I'm saying, come in and perform your shit for some artists in Memphis, for some DJs in Memphis and DJs in Atlanta at the Hard Rock downtown on Bill. I bet it took $250 to get him in that motherfucker. So when he got in there, we did interviews, everything. I'm gonna have those receipts tomorrow. Trust, I'm gonna have those receipts tomorrow, and y'all can go talk to Jizzle Gross, or Slugger View. You can inbox his ass right now. Way back fucking when, bro. I bet. So after that, me and Scooby got together. Now I have paid for fucking beats.
Shout out to Scooby Cuts.
That Finesse2tymes never fucking actually wrote on. Just paid a fucking TK on the beat can tell you that. Me and Scooby went half on that beat. Nigga never wrote on that fucking beat. Never fucking wrote on that beat. I bet. So we gonna do the Man I Trap video. I don't know if y'all remember that, but it used to be a video called with Young Ballin', man, I trap. We did that motherfucker in Getwell Garden on Winchester. All right, bet. So I got that video too. I got fucking receipts, bro. I brought him to Marlowe's, bro. I brought him to Marlowe's, fucking Clicks. Nigga, our fucking, the Denver Bronco, Memphis, our song was his theme song. I have so many fucking NFL groups in Memphis that know that song because when they came to fuck with us as a group, the Broncos, and out, because we would have Clicks crazy as hell, they know Finesse2tymes. It wasn't Finesse2tymes then, it was just Young Baller. They know him. They know his fucking songs. For real. So, not only that, let's talk about it. So, Get Well Garden, we did that video. The police down there shut that down because you were doing some illegal shit that you shouldn't be doing.
I'm speeding Uncle up. Hold up.
How the fuck I even get into y'all conversation, bro? I had nothing to do with y'all. The shit that y'all got going on, I had nothing to do with it. So how did I come up in y'all conversation? Let me see that.
I'm gonna keep speeding Uncle up.
Let me answer some of this shit in here.
Salute the baller riders for the cash app. I appreciate you, Brody.
The groupies. Is bro from East Memphis for real? Yes, bro. But not just only East Memphis, bro. He is from East Memphis. He is from Raleigh. He is, man, he down there all over this motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was. We some Walter Simmons motherfucking people, like born and raised in Walter Simmons. When he was a baby, he was in Walter Simmons, East Side, Walter Simmons. After that, Corner Village. After that, motherfucking just Raleigh. A lot of Raleigh shit. You know what I'm saying?
He talk about Walker Homes a whole hell of a lot. But y'all just heard what Unc just said.
So you be so quick to say, fuck my uncle, and family never did shit for you. But the first time you ever even say something about your uncle, nigga, is fuck him, and he a bitch. You done went on all these fucking podcasts, all these fucking interviews and shows, and told the whole world your family ain't never was there for you. Which that's a fucking lie, bro. It's a lie. What's up, DJ Six? Yo, remember me breaking his music, bro. Man, I Trap went crazy. Guess where it went crazy at, though? Please guess where it went crazy at. The motherfucker went crazy at Silver Spoon. That's how far. Do y'all even know? I know y'all fucking know Silver Spoon, bro. Silver Spoon. I was playing his shit at Silver Spoon. That was back. I was playing his shit. Guess who I was playing? I was playing his shit, and I was playing Snooty Wild shit at Silver Spoon. And I got Snooty Wild record, the Yayo, way before it got out from DJ Lighter.
Check in, Memphis, y'all. Let me know.
Mine had Silver Spoon jumping. Nigga, what's so crazy is, nigga, I was selling your CDs. Let's talk about it. I was selling your CDs at my job when I was working at what? Technical or some shit.
I'm gonna say this. Niggas like Finesse, They don't respect this. You know what I'm saying? All the groundwork that he talking about, this the same type of work that Scooby was talking about. This is the stuff that helped Finesse get off the ground. And Finesse is a user. We all know that. We all know that Finesse is a user, a manipulator of men and women. This is who he is. So this ain't respected. None in the least. It's not respected. And but I understand why they feel the way they feel. But you got to understand who you're dealing with at the same time.
Yeah. Baby, you don't really want me to say shit about the shit that you have been through, do you? I'm not here to come on here to tell secrets about this family. Our fucking family dysfunctional as fuck, fool. Once my mama left, all the love and all the everything in the family left. But you agree with that shit? But what you not gonna do, Pluria, Hampton, what you not gonna do is tell the world what he done done to you.
Talking about Finesse, mother.
Tell the world that. Tell social media that. All the shit he done put you through. And you agreeing with fucking this bullshit? Let's not go there. Don't throw no rocks and you live in a fucking glass house. Neither one of y'all. Pluria or Ricky. Don't throw no rocks. And then on the live, you like, this how, you know what I'm saying, come around me and this how you get hurt. What, you gonna kill your family then? You gonna kill your uncle? You gonna kill me? You gonna send some niggas to shoot me? Cause you'd have been in my house.
Damn.
You'd have been here before. You know where I stay at. I need to watch my back. Because my blood nephew want me hurt. Because I'm telling the truth. And you don't want the truth to get out.
That's one thing that I say about the internet. When you put shit on the internet, fam, if you ain't solid, if you ain't 100, if you ain't standing on business, you can stand on business because business can be shaky. But if that shit ain't 100 that you speaking, people gonna check you on it. And this has been the scenario with Finesse since he got out. Saying stuff over this internet like people don't have a voice. If you got a phone in your pocket, you got a voice. Like real talk. And he didn't face this numerous times, from his baby mama to his cousin and now his uncle. This shit is crazy, man.
A lot of people, man, said I done spurred you. I ain't said shit, a whole bunch of shit. Cause I don't feel like I need to say something. They say nothing. LaShawn, DJ, bro, that's the nigga that I saw him one of your CDs, bro. And that nigga came back and said, that nigga cold, bro. Who is that? Man, my little nephew. Like, come on, bro. Let's get some shit clear, bro. If anybody was ever in your corner, nigga, it's always been me. Your number one supporter was always me. I got receipts, bro. I got so many fucking receipts, bro. Yeah, I had that shit ready tomorrow. Because I'm just not getting all this news now. But I will have the receipts tomorrow. Man, the shit, it do hit different. It hit different. It hit different when it's your blood. It hit different. Like people.
All right, let me speed Unc up a little bit.
You can have to have a situation with somebody. He is not gonna fucking talk to you. He not gonna call you. So the shit that you said tonight, you had on your mind the whole time, but you can call me. My number ain't never changed. 901-246-1930. ain't never fucking changed, bro. My number been like that over 10 years. You can call me, but he not. If you got an issue with Jerome, call me. You don't. You won't. But guess what? I'm not a fucking yes man, and you can't talk to me crazy. And I don't depend on you in life. I don't need you in life. My daily life, the shit that I do every day, I don't need you. And you necessarily don't need me either. But I don't need you. You don't pay my bills. You don't give me shit. Nigga, you get out of jail and give motherfuckers $10,000. Nigga, I've been here from the beginning. You ain't never gave me a fucking dime. If I wasn't DJing, you never came back and say, hey, I appreciate you, know what I'm saying, believing in me, paying for beats, paying for studio time, studio A1, Brene, ask him about me, what I did. I paid for studio time that you came fucking late to. Ask Brene. I paid Brene extra money to get some of your records clean because I wanted to take them to the radio station. Ask Brene that. Tell him. You're not. Because you.
Bimp, what it do? Salute to you, fam. Man, hey, I've been checking for you. I got the notifications on, trying to see what's going on in the trenches, man. Salute to my dog Bimp Low, St. Louis vet. Y'all know what it is.
You painting the picture like ain't nobody ever fucking done nothing for you. You got the world thinking ain't nobody ever done nothing for you. And this a fucking lie. It's a lie, bro. Tell the truth. Shame the devil. Tell the fucking truth, bro. You ain't gotta lie.
All right, come on now.
You wanted these shirts done so you can have this shit done with you.
All right,
it is only 10 minutes in the fucking video. And I'm listening to this shit. And it's cap. All this shit is cap that you saying, bro.
I got you, big homie. I'll be over there tonight.
So yeah. If y'all just not getting in, I'm gonna show this video. I'm gonna. Let's. So I screen record this shit because I want to get my receipts. I want to get all the shit, all the videos, all the pictures, all the text messages, all the emails. I want to get all this shit.
Come on,
Shot to Moneybagg Yo. Moneybagg Yo put out music at the same time.
So what I'm talking about right now is the fact that he went to the radio stations and complained to the radio stations about how they wouldn't play Finesse music, but at the same time they were playing Moneybagg Yo music, and he felt like Finesse had the hardest song in the city.
Real talk, bro. I'm hearing everything out, bro. All shit I been want to say, bro. Bro, you be going around talking about, bro, like I ain't your nephew, bro. You a bitch ass, bro. I offered you a chance, bro. I offered you a job.
You offer me a chance. You offer me a job. Let's talk about it. You offered me a chance. You offered me a job. But when you said you wanted to rap, I didn't offer you an opportunity for DJs and other people to hear your music. I didn't offer
Strawberries
to pay studio time. I didn't offer to pay for this and that. I didn't offer to go against DJs because why the fuck they're not playing your song on the radio and you got the hottest song in the city? Talk to DJ Q. I I made a status. Who paying the DJs on the radio not to play Finesse2tymes? Because how he got the hottest song in the fucking city, ain't nobody playing him. They only playing his shit on Sundays on underground sets. And this is not no shot to Moneybagg Yo. Moneybagg Yo put out music at the same time with Going Straight In came out. But he was being played damn near on every fucking radio station. He was getting played on every radio station. And like I said, no shot to Moneybagg Yo. The nigga a badass rapper too.
Yeah.
3 shows. I'm pretty sure you had more than that. That's 60,000.
He talking about what 2Time was getting for a show when he came back home, when he first came out, when he got signed to Mob Ties.
He was being played damn near on every fucking radio station. He was getting played on every radio station. And like I said, no shot to Moneybagg Yo. The nigga a badass rapper too. But Moneybagg Yo was not putting out a record that was hotter than Going Straight In. He put out some hot shit. I'm not gonna take that away from Moneybagg Yo. The nigga hard. He put out some hot shit, but he did not put out that song, a song that was hotter than Going Straight In at that time. At that time, guess what? They was not playing this shit. And I went against the DJs, bro. For you. Like, why the fuck I ain't hearing Finesse2tymes?
He's saying he's going against the DJ because he himself is a DJ. So just a little context.
And every club I went to, every lounge I went to, I'm all in fucking Denver paying DJs to play your music, bro. I got record of that. I'm in Denver, Colorado at the club. Hey, put that Finesse2tymes. Really, nigga? You want me to accept crumbs?
Let's get it.
Crumbs. Nigga, you get paid. You was getting, I swear, bro, that first year, I can say the minimum was $20,000 a show. You probably had 3 to 4 shows a week, if not more. Let's add that shit up. $20,000 to $30,000 a show. Let's just keep it at a 20. Let's say you had 3 shows. I'm pretty sure you had more than that. That's 60,000.
Way more than 3 shows.
You wanted me to accept $800 a week. You wanted me to accept $3,200 a fucking month. And I had to leave my job, leave my family, leave my wife, leave all this shit for $3,200 a month. Oh my God. No, dude. I look like a fucking fool. I looked like a fool when I still accepted this shit. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Because I wanted to be in your corner to support you the right way.
Unc said he still took it. Damn, that shit crazy. Ain't no in the hell, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And that's your family, bro.
He did no love the same way.
We want to come around a nigga and set y'all own stipulations. So, Rika, I never beg you to be around you. I never beg you, bro. Y'all want to come around and set y'all own stipulations. if I would see if I had nothing going on and I wanted to be around you to be somewhat of a groupie type shit. This my uncle, he a groupie ass nigga. I understand that. I had my own shit going, bro. I was making down there double that, $3,200 a month already. A month. I'm making down there $6,000 a month. A month. And you want me to take half of it and leave? Like, nigga, no. So you wanted it to, what they call that shit?
Bird feed.
Breadcrumb the shit out of me. And then tell me it's about business. But then when I said, when I go with the business, now you gonna say, well, it's too much. It's too this and too that. All this shit.
Add a little context to it. He wasn't giving his brother nothing but, I want to say, 800. No. He wasn't giving him 800. He was giving him like $600 a month. I mean, a week to be like a store runner. Yeah. She crazy.
You work hard. No, you didn't, dog. You just put rhymes together. That's it. Everybody love your music, bro. Yeah. If you thinking that's hard, okay. You has always said that though. When you got out of jail, it's like, me, I did this. I did everything. I did this. I did everything. You said that shit to the top of your lungs. Okay. I was gonna say something, I ain't gonna even say it. Because I don't even want that shit for you. Come around me and just sit there. I don't feel like I need to talk to fucking Big A. Let's talk about it. Big A was not around. Big A just came around, bro. When you went to go do those 5 years, that's when Big A came around. Big A was not a homeboy that you used to know before you went to jail. Let's tell these folks the truth.
Yeah, man. And see, this the whole thing with Finesse. Finesse will take his own people and slide them to the back and put people in front of them. This is what No Love was talking about. This is what Bezel was talking about. The whole time, you got your brother sleeping on the floor, but you got the goons with their own bedrooms and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's your money. You do with it what you see fit. But damn, bro, what your family done did to you that you got to treat them that way. And this is the story with Finesse2tymes. He always got somebody that see his vision and they sewing into his vision, and he drag them through the mud. He drag them through the mud. He put value on people that just coming around over the people that been there since day one, from his uncle to Lil Trey, No Love, to Scooby Cuts. People that then housed him, fed him, put a plate in front of him. You understand what I'm saying? For new niggas, for industry niggas, for niggas you done met while you was locked up. That's crazy, fam. That's crazy as hell. I guess you feel like family gonna always be there, but family get tired too. You know, you better be glad that you got family to give a damn about you, because some family don't give a damn about it. Just to be honest. Let's keep going.
You didn't know who the fuck Big A was before you went to jail for those 5 years? I don't remember Big A coming to see you in jail. I don't remember none of this shit. Big A didn't drive an hour and a half to come see you. Big A didn't drive to Mason to come see you in jail. Big A was not around When we was in the fucking studios back in the day, when you was YB, when you was Young Baller, when you was Black Migo, Big A was not around. Don't paint a picture like Big A been down forever.
Nah, Big A ain't around.
Big A wasn't even in the picture your first damn near 2 years in jail. Your whole 5 years you had to do. Big A was not around. So why the fuck I'm finna sit up here and talk to Big A and you my nephew and I'm doing business with you? You didn't tell me to go to Jay Prince and talk to Jay Prince. I would have been I would understood that shit. Jay Prince, he backing you. It would be cool if you told me go to Christian. Christian was your fucking manager. I understand that. When you come down to contracts and shit, they sign this shit. You told me to go to Big A. Big A ain't no business, nothing. And it's not a shot to Big A. I have nothing against a Big A. Not a shot to him. But I don't feel like I need to talk. Nigga, you look. What's the fucking word, nigga? The way you send Big A to talk to me like I was a fucking groupie, bro. Like I'm sitting up here trying to talk to you and you don't want to talk to me like I was a bitch, like I was a girl or something. You send Big A to me like I was a girl, little ass groupie bitch trying to talk to you, and you send Big A to me to talk to you. You know how stupid that shit look and sound. You tell Big A tell me, I tell Big A tell you, and guess what? We in, let's say the house this big. I'm in here, you in here. You send Big A to the next fucking room to talk to me? What the fuck?
That shit weird as hell, man. Man, what's wrong with this nigga, man? This nigga, and it all gives off the impression of a nigga wanting to be bigger than they really are at the time. Now, did Finesse blow? He absolutely did. But as quick as he blew up, is the quickest he deflated. And now he back in custody. It's crazy work. Crazy work.
No, I'm not rolling like that. I'm not talking to Big A. You gonna tell me what you not gonna? I'm not talking to Big A, bro. I talk to Christian. I talk to Jay Prince. I'm not talking to fucking Big A. Big A was never around, dude. What the fuck you talking about? The niggas right here is your manager. Nigga right here is putting you on, putting this money behind you. I could understand those two. But talk to Big A? Nigga, no. Because you had to tell him the truth. You always saying these folks need to know this shit and that shit, but you don't never tell them what you do, though. You'll never tell them what you do. You don't never tell these folks what you do. Never. You don't never say it. It's always somebody that done something to you. What I've always heard is if you always in a situation where this happened, guess what, man? It might be you.
It just might be.
Yeah, it might be you.
Hey, y'all hear Sugar about that? You're not wrong. Yeah. Just wait till she turn her back. That's when that shit really gonna hurt. When Sugar turn her back, and it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's when it's really gonna hurt. Nigga need to realize who for you and who just wants something from you. And he got that real misconstrued, real misconstrued. Oftentimes we look at people that been there from day one and we feel like, you know what I'm saying, these the folk that done seen me in dirty draws, these the folk that seen me when I ain't had nothing. And you know, sometimes they can be the enemy, but a lot of times they not. I'm just saying, a lot of times they not. It's the hanger-ons. It's the yes men. It's the niggas that, you know what I'm saying, claim that they'll die by this shit. They'll be the main ones that gonna give it to you in the end. Pause. Y'all know what I'm saying.
And these folks in your ear, I ain't wrong. You not. Y'all ain't been here.
Come on,
what y'all talking about? You not. Shut the fuck up. Y'all ain't been here. And the only thing I probably asked Ricky for, I ain't gonna even lie to you. Man, look. And I ain't even ashamed to say this shit. I ain't never been the type to be out here just buying designer clothes or shoes or no shit like that. I told her, hey, bro, I know you don't wear this shit over and over, nigga. If you want to, man, you can send them goddamn clothes back here. Cause you ain't gonna do no wear it one time. And I don't be going shopping, goddamn it. What I spend money on is what make me money. I spend money on my DJ equipment. I spend money on my car. I spend money on my truck. I spend money in my house. I don't give a fuck about, nigga, this is why her came. You see this shirt? Motherfucker came from shit. What's that goddamn website? Sheen. Shit was cheap. I don't give a fuck about clothes, bro. I don't fuck about brands or nothing. If it ain't got nothing to do with DJing.
He could have sent you some of that back end gear. Y'all remember the back end merch that Finesse had that he stole from a nigga? And he swear he didn't steal it, and dude tried to sue him, and all of a sudden the back end stuff just dried up. You never seen it again. Could have sent some of that.
My car, my shit like that, something that's gonna help me make money. I don't give a fuck about it. So I don't think I ever asked Ricky Hampton for what's some clothes. Bro, send that shit down here, bro. Did he do it? No. Never talked about it. Never did. Did I get on his case about it? No. Running to the internet. You run to the internet and tell half-ass stories all the time. All the time. You have told half-ass stories since you've been out of jail, bro. For real, for real. Half-ass stories since you've been out of jail. All the fucking interviews you ever been on, half-ass stories from out of jail. I'm for real, for real. Because people that don't really know you don't know your past. Don't know your secrets. Don't know the shit that the people don't know. They just don't fucking know. That's why I never really want to come to this, to do this shit. But damn, fuck me. I'm a whole bitch. Nigga, damn. Go to jail in peace. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Go to jail in peace. Yeah. We're gonna see what Unc got to say, and then we're gonna move on, fam. But I just wanted to show y'all this, man. The nigga Finesse. I've been screaming it from the mountaintop for a long time.
The fuck I look like want to see my nephew in jail? That man, I don't give a fuck what he did. I don't want to see him in jail. But you chose this time, right now, because you going to jail, to call me a bitch and say fuck me. Nigga, what? Over a kid? Painting these pictures about you like you ain't straight, because you're not, bro. You're not. You're not. You're not fucking straight. Ain't nobody painting shit. You already painted it yourself. You painted a picture like you a hot rapper. You painted that motherfucker and you painted it good. You a good rapper. Now you paint the picture that you full of shit. You paint it, dog. All I gotta do is see. All I gotta do is look. Stop and listen when you start talking. All the bullshit that you done been through since you been out of jail. All the back and forths, all the beef, all the disrespect for the bloggers and the YouTubers and all these other folks. You paint your own picture, bro. Ain't nobody fucking paint no picture of you.
All right, that's Unc time. We're gonna let Unc rock out, but just to be perfectly honest with you, I don't see no lies in Unc and everything that he done said about this situation. Everything that he said to me was 100. Finesse, real life, it trumps everything that he done spit on the record. I mean, you just think about it. Outside of back end, he got some good songs, but there's nothing that stands out. Everything that stands out when in regards to Finesse2tymes is in regards to his personal life. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know. Y'all think Unc cap? Y'all think Unc just, you know what I'm saying, hopped out the window on some clout chasing shit or no? Because what I see is a person that's hurt, a person that, you know what I'm saying, invested in their family on the ground floor, and all they got in return was ass to kiss. You know what I'm saying? And that's the story with damn near everybody that Lil Ricky deal with, which is sad. It's sad as hell. It's sad as hell. But in the words of Uncle Jerome, go to jail in peace, bro. Hey, that's all a nigga can say. Go to jail in peace. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, but at this point it is what it is. Niggas put their friends before the ones that's actually helping them get it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? And like this character right here.
King told them everything, man. King told them everything that can happen and everything that been going on in my house.
How did it make you violate your probation, bro? Like, just tell me. If you tell me I would cut all my hair off, just tell me. I've been gone away from around you 6-7 months. Bro, you violated your own probation, bro. I ain't making no more videos about you. That is dead. We're going to leave this alone. And don't get in my comments talking about some, why is a child speaking on a grown man? Why is a grown man speaking on a child? We're just going to leave this right here, and we're just going to clear that right there. You get what I'm saying? Just keep it out your mouth. Go your separate ways, man. I wish you the best. Hold your head high. Hold your chin up. Peace out.
So, it makes one wonder. You are a user. You are a manipulator. You are Finesse2tymes. What made you bump down on this little boy and decide you wanted to adopt him and bring him into your house? We got to really ask ourselves that question. What the hell going on with Ricky that he brought this little boy in his house, man? And this little boy ended up being the reason he went back to prison. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just keeping it a whole stack. This is the reason why he went back to prison. What was the motive? What was the motive? You know, I mean, he got 2 videos. Everything else that he did was on the internet. You didn't have to pick him up and adopt him for him to go on IG Live and do a bunch of weird shit, shoot dice, and you know what I'm saying? Why did you go get this little boy, Finesse? Just saying. Somebody help me understand, because I'm still trying to figure it out. You know, you didn't have a tug at your heart to want to deal with kids and help rescue kids, because you got kids of your own that need rescuing. They in Memphis right now, ducking strays. So why did you come and get this little boy, man? The world may never know. But I'm telling you, as time goes on and as more is revealed, this shit's getting weirder and weirder. And now he with Hot Taki, Hustle Cartel, by way of his dad. And we already know his dad's situation. His dad is a weirdo. His dad is a career criminal. A snitch. Why did you go mess with these folks, man? Why did you go and get this little boy up out of Memphis? That's crazy. That's crazy. And in return, he was the reason that you ended up having to go back to federal prison. It's crazy work. Yeah. Shout out to Lil King. They got the Can't Stop the Hustle remix dropping on either Monday or Tuesday. I know y'all gonna be tuned in for that. Crazy work, y'all. Crazy work. But yeah, man. I wanted to touch on another topic, and I know y'all seen this. I felt like this was just crazy as hell. This is coming out of Houston, Texas. We're talking about the good people at the Turkey Leg Hut. Y'all heard of the Turkey Leg Hut? It was a must stop if you was in the H. You know what I'm saying? Smoked turkey legs. They got all the fixings lying around the corner. Everybody talking about the Turkey Leg Hut. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what Trill Burgers was a year or so ago. Ms. Nelly said, I want to know why his own children not in his house. Absolutely. 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 Saturday Night Live, you know what it is. What up with it, Sean? Man, I appreciate you for locking in with us. So they all passing Lil King around like a football. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, Turkey Leg Hut, man. Excellence. As we like to say, black excellence. What's up with it, Casey? What's going on with it, man? I think King loved to gamble and win games for him. Could be. But you know, they say King lose a lot too. He lose a whole hell of a lot. Yeah. That what Hustle Cartel say. So no, that's what No Love actually said. Yeah, he'll gamble that shit off in a minute. You ain't got no bills. You ain't got no mortgage. You ain't got no car note. Yeah, he gonna gamble that shit off. You know what I'm saying? That would be crazy. That would be crazy, Divine Black Road. But I'm telling y'all, it's something in that milk that is not clean and is not just off the strength of him wanting to help that baby. I'm just saying. Finesse will tell you himself. Finesse will tell you himself. King ain't got no hits. Ain't that what he said? King ain't got no hits. Well, why is he around, fam? Can you break that down for us? Can you let us know why King is in the equation, shooting dice with the rappers and the gangsters, smoking weed, cussing? We want to know. We want to know. You know, there's a lot of other people that's of legal age that you could have had as your mascot. You know what I'm saying? Your hype man. King shouldn't have been out there. I think we can all come to the conclusion that King should not have been with Finesse2tymes. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you this. And I hate to say it, but King, he going to look back at some of this stuff and I think it's going to be a rough road ahead for King. Because a lot of stuff he doing right now and he doing without consequence. But when he look back on some of this stuff and some of the stuff that he know that we don't know, I think they ruining this kid. I think he might grow up to be a horrible adult. Yeah. Just keeping it a whole 100 with you. Just keeping it 100 with you. A bunch of grown ass men fighting over a little boy. That's suspicious. Especially grown ass men like Hustle Cartel. Yeah. Yeah. I think this kid is ruined. When he grow older, if we around to see it, we're gonna be like, damn. He done went down through there. Little buddy done had a hard life. Trust and believe me when I tell you. Come on, man. Come on, man. I wouldn't doubt it, Casey. I would not doubt it. Yeah, that too. That too. Cause them little bankrolls, hey, they gonna dry up. And you have to keep up. You have to keep up with the algorithm. You have to keep up with what's trending. And when they dry up, fam, it ain't no fake it till you make it. It's take it till you make it. But you're never gonna make it. Y'all know how this ends. But anyway, back to the turkey leg hut situation, man. These folk were booming around COVID. And we finna get into it, man. I hope y'all hit that like button, man. I ain't even checked the likes, but I hope y'all hit that like button. And we got a super chat goal tonight. If y'all can help me reach that goal, I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. And listen, if y'all got some topics y'all want me to cover tonight, we just kicking it. We're just kicking it. So if y'all got something that y'all want me to cover, we'll look through it and see, you know what I'm saying, if it's suitable. You know what I'm saying? And we'll rock out. You know what I'm saying? This is Hit Squad Saturday night with your boy Hitter, man. Yeah. Hey man, Turkey Leg Hut was the shit. Yeah. It went out with a bang. It definitely went out with a bang, fam. Let's get it. Salute to the family TV. Straight out of DMV. This is what they did to the company.
And cheese on top of a turkey leg. Like, I changed the game with this one.
I tell you, the turkey leg is so tender. It just, like I said, falling off the bone.
If you're in Houston, you have to come to the Turkey Leg Hut. It is so worth the wait.
Price, owner of Turkey Leg Hut in Houston, Texas.
Hi, I'm Lil Price, owner of Turkey Leg Hut in Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? It's the level of respect. And I don't get disrespect. I'm all right in the hood. You know, people respect me. So the thing that you came in my restaurant to fight, that was my first incident of a fight since our restaurant has ever been open.
Oh, wow. Yep. That's impressive.
Yeah.
With a black business. And we see 30-some thousand people a week.
How many people?
Buddy done had a couple of drinks. He wobbling. He feeling himself. He popping it.
For a week?
30-some thousand.
Oh, so y'all niggas is killing it.
No, we ain't killing, we murdering it. Nigga, stop playing with me.
No.
30,000.
No. Hey, let me drink a little more so I can talk shit to you.
No. You don't need another shot.
Not today. We call it shot o'clock.
No.
The once popular Turkey Leg Hut is officially closed. A judge converted the Third Ward establishment's Chapter 11 bankruptcy to Chapter 7, clearing the way for the restaurant's landowner to terminate the lease. This is new video from today showing the closed restaurant on Alameda. As you can see, all of the iconic signs are now gone. All assets are to be sold to repay creditors. This has been months in the making with a series of headlines from bankruptcy.
Fam, most of us familiar with this quote growing up. You don't truly understand or experience life until you face obstacles that test your character. Whether that means turn into a life of crime or stand on a straight and narrow path to achieve your goals. It seems like trusting the people you believe in can become a challenge, especially when success is long-lasting. Yet, adversity strikes unexpectedly. Fam, you ever met a person who didn't know how to accept no in no way, shape, or form? And in return, they lost everything they worked so hard for, fighting for what they used to be. Today, we're going to discuss a story that amplifies this struggle. A story about a man who faced tremendous loss over the past few years.
So, if y'all don't know, Turkey Leg Hut was a husband and wife owned business in Houston, Texas, doing crazy numbers. You know what I'm saying? They said they booming 40,000 turkey legs a week. Patrons all outside lined up around the corner trying to get in the Turkey Leg Hut. But somehow they lost their way. And this nigga here, he just bad for business. He just bad for business. Let's get that out. Let's go.
Bankruptcy, losing his wife, his restaurant, his family, and now even his freedom. And a recent indictment from the feds has shined light on his controversial actions. This man is accused of burning out his competition, literally, alleging stealing recipes, selling drugs when the business was slow, and even using a restaurant logo to put on these narcotics.
This nigga was selling weed at the turkey leg hut and putting turkey leg hut logos on the weed baggies. Can't make it up.
Mention he scammed the gospel singer and his wife who were invested in the business. In this video, we dive into the story, examine the details of his recent arrest, and explore the events that led to his current situation. But before we break this one down,
yes, they hit James Fortune for a fortune. Yeah, gospel singer James Fortune. Yeah, they hit him for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Crazy work, fam.
I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, meeting Nakia Holmes and her ex-husband, Lindell Lynn Price. Holmes and Price started the Turkey Leg Hut in 2015 in a parking lot across the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. 2 years later, they moved their bustling business to 4830 Amanda Street, where fans formed lines around the back waiting to get their hands on fall-off-the-bone turkey legs, covered in shrimp Alfredo, dirty rice, or other savoring toppings like crawfish, macaroni, and cheese. What began with 30 legs a week on a smoky pit had ballooned to hundreds in a matter of days thanks to demand.
I always say the world is going to taste our food.
Meet Nakia and Lynn Price, founders of the Turkey.
They got an endorsement with Ford Motor Company, fam. He for doing it major. Hey, ain't gonna let them turkey legs do look good though.
Leg Hut restaurant in Houston, Texas.
You know, we came up with the concept. People encouraged us. And before we knew it, it took off. We probably do about 45,000 turkey legs in a week. Still to this day, I'm amazed to see that line wrapped around the building. Here we go.
Ford F-150 truck played a major role pulling the barbecue pit.
We don't have to bring out a generator. To be able to plug up our food truck from our vehicle, I mean, it's genius. You're always on the go, so it's easy for me to be able to plug up what I need. It's made our life easier.
We've worked hard to get here. We just a small little restaurant, but as always, the proof is in the pudding.
Why work for someone else's dreams when you can do it for yourself?
A Turkey Leg Hunt has seen some highs and lows.
Fam, they was doing it, fam, to get a commercial, a Ford Motors commercial. They was doing it major. Yeah, they crashed. I'm talking about they crashed and burned. But let's go.
In this near decade of opening, the restaurant went viral when the owners instituted a dress code after complaints of women and men entering the business with little to no clothing,
leaving some diners to enjoy their turkey meat while seeing less.
Back on March 20.
Hey, salute to Sean for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, Sean, for real.
2024. The Turkey Leg Hunt owner, Nakia Holmes, had filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, according to court record. But it was the information that was provided during that time that was alarming in the Southern District of Texas, stating that in the past few months of the time of her filing bankruptcy, her business was riddled with controversy. Via Instagram, she quoted, "The company has initiated a voluntary court-supervised process that will allow it the necessary flexibility to continue ongoing discussions with all financial stakeholders. In connection with the filing, the company has sought approval to continue its operations while meeting its obligations to all stakeholders, employees, suppliers, and vendors." According to court records, the owner had listed 19 creditors with the estimated liability of $1 million and $10 million. Two of the largest accounts, including the amount of $1.9 million and a disputed amount of $932,000. But it's a guy named Rogers, who's now the owner of Bar 5015 in the 3rd Ward. He filed the lawsuit against his colleagues, who he used to work for, in 2020. In his suit, he alleged the restaurant's majority owner, Nakia Holmes, formerly Price, was diverting funds, customers, and supplies to her other food trucks and catering businesses without compensating Rogers and other shareholders.
So she is embezzling, basically sending money to their food trucks that they still got on the street instead of getting that money back to the stakeholders, investors, and some of the workers. This is crazy, man. Both of these people are to blame for the demise of Turkey Leg Hut. But oh boy, oh yeah, he just went all the way off the deep end. Now the guy that they just showed was a friend of theirs. He had a bar not too far away from Turkey Leg Hut, and at one point in time, Lynn Price, the head of Turkey Leg Hut, wanted to buy in. He wanted to become a partner. The guy that they just showed said no. Lynn Price didn't take no for an answer. Just know that. Just know that. Sound like some Dolphin Yo Gotti type stuff.
But later that year, Roger Bar would be lit on fire, June of 2020. And it would take to 2025 to know why. Apparently, of course, the lawsuit. But Roger also took the recipe, the supplier from the Turkey Leg Hunt, and made it his for Bar 5150. And apparently, that was the key ingredient to the Turkey Leg Hunt.
Got these niggas in 4K, dousing the whole scene. It's crazy work.
According to the feds, Lynn Price, the former owner of the Turkey Leg Hunt, allegedly paid a group of men $1,400 to set the bar on fire. But then more information was coming out. James Fortune, a Grammy-nominated gospel singer, and his wife had filed a lawsuit against Nakia Price. After finding out that she had filed for bankruptcy, it seems they claimed they loaned her hundreds of thousands of dollars to help keep the restaurant afloat. The lawsuit also indicates the claim that Fortune and his wife invested nearly $400,000 in the restaurant, including $180,000 for a 15% ownership stake. The couple is seeking to recover their investment and expenses.
But first tonight, more legal trouble for Houston's well-known Turkey Leg Hut.
A Grammy-nominated gospel singer James Fortune and his wife are now suing the restaurant's owner over claims they put more than $300,000 into the restaurant and are now out of the money. Sherman Chow joins us live with the story you'll see only on KFGO 11 News. Sherman, this is just the latest problem for this popular restaurant.
It is indeed, Mia. We are outside of Turkey Leg Hut, which remains closed because of 35 health department code violations. And now a new lawsuit has been filed, and we are learning exclusively that a nationally known gospel artist says he and his wife have been violated too. James Fortune, gospel singer, husband, and investor. In 2018, he and wife Raquel met Nakia and Lindell Price at the Price's popular Third Ward restaurant. Turkey Leg Hut seemed the epitome of success.
We go to their home. We spend time, our kids interacted with each other.
Then last December, as the Prices were in the throes of a contentious divorce, the Fortunes say they loaned Nakia, as the restaurant's owner, $100,000. 2 months later, Raquel says Nakia phoned.
She was hysterical because the comptrollers were physically there to seize assets. And so she needed financial assistance immediately.
The Fortunes then say they put in $180,000 for 15% ownership of the Turkey Leg Hut. The next month, the Fortunes tell us Nakia couldn't pay bills.
So she asked if I would use my personal card to purchase food for the business.
The Fortunes say they spent thousands paying for food supplies and services. Then on March 26th, Turkey Leg Hut filed for bankruptcy, declaring less than $50,000 in assets.
By then,
These folks is crazy as hell. There ain't no way in the world I'm gonna get these folks $280,000 as an investment and then start paying for supplies and food off my own personal credit card. Yeah. I don't know what type of relationship they had, but that's crazy, fam. Nobody do that. And they took full advantage.
And we're, 300,000 in. Bankruptcy was filed a month after we had given that money. We come to find out that there's millions in debt now.
Over the past several weeks, I went to the Turkey Leg Hut, contacted employees, attorneys, and Nakia Holmes requesting an interview, which she declined. The Fortunes say in hopes of keeping the restaurant afloat, they even paid some employees when Turkey Leg Hut did not. Did you take a business risk and it just didn't work, as opposed to something more nefarious?
I think I allowed my friendship to blind me in a lot of areas. It's no words to describe the level of pain, hurt, and frustrations.
The Fortunes say they put in nearly $400,000 into the restaurant. Now they are suing and praying in hopes of getting their money back. Now, we should note that some of the players in this ongoing Turkey Leg Hut drama do have criminal convictions, including James Fortune. Those are from several years past and are unrelated to Turkey Leg Hut and this lawsuit. I did contact Nakia Holmes.
Why they had to bring up James Fortune past, man? That's crazy. So they got criminal records too. That's wild. But that's how they do you.
Yesterday again for comment. Her representative declined a response.
As you can see, fam, at this point, he had a lot going on. But little did he know, less than a year from then, the feds will come knocking on his door. On the last week of April of 2025, Price was arrested and accused of orchestrating the 2020 burning of Bar 5015 and a bar just blocks away from Turkey Leg Hut, which closed in 2024. The bar is owned by Steve Rogers, who is also co-owner of Turkey Leg Hut, which we briefly talked about. Two other men, John Lee Price and Amarni Williams, were also arrested as part of the same federal indictment. John Lee Price was arrested on federal drug charges in Mississippi in 2023. Federal prosecutors said while he was in custody, he was interviewed by the FBI, who had been investigating the fire since 2022. John Lee Price, who is not related to Lynn Price, admitted to his role in the fire and identified Lynn Price, his employer, as the person who orchestrated and organized the arson. John Lee Price also told the FBI agents that Lynn Price was using the Turkey Leg Hut to store hundreds of pounds of Mary Jane. He told the feds that the marijuana would be sold at the restaurant and packaged and bearing the business name. During testimony that lasted more than an hour, investigators uncovered evidence that showed Lynn Price threatened Rogers after he bought the bar 5015 in 2019. Rogers told the FBI that he initially considered partner with Lynn and Nakia Holmes, Price's ex-wife and another Turkey Leg Hut owner, in ownership of the bar, but decided against it. Rogers' decision upset Lynn Price. Rogers told the FBI that Lynn Price bought a box of cash to the bar to attempt to buy the business. The offer was rejected.
So they didn't ask for all of this money from James Fortune and his wife. But when they went to buy into the other bar, Buddy came up there with a box full of money. Boy, that's crazy.
Price later called and sent messages to Rogers complaining about the bar. In some of the messages, Lynn Price said he was upset about the bar selling crawfish and using the same supplier as the Turkey Leg Hut. In others, he wrote that he was upset that the bartenders were gossiping about Price and Holmes. Rogers told the FBI that Lynn Price threatened to blow up the bar. In addition to John Lee Price's confession, Amarni Williams also cooperated with investigators. The FBI tracked John Lee Price's cell phone to an area of the bar 5015 on the morning of the fire and uncovered early morning phone calls between Lynn Price and John Lee Price before and after the fire was set. At least
they did all of this for $1,400. Nigga, do you know what you're gonna get charged with for as an arson? And as y'all gonna find out later on, they actually, after they set this fire, they went and stole a car because Lynn Price wanted the moat out of it. And when they got the car, they figured out that the car was owned by a police officer. So they set that bitch on fire too.
At least two other men are believed to have participated in setting the fire. Neither has been charged
according to court records. John Lee Price told the FBI he received 2 payments from Lynn Price after the fire. The first was for $1,000, which was distributed to the crew. The second was for $400. Lynn Price is also charged with orchestrating the theft and arson of a car, a 1975 Chevy Nova Blue, 2 months before the bar fire. John Lee Price allegedly told FBI agents that Lynn Price, for years, orchestrated the theft and illegal sales of cars, heavy equipment, and trailers. He also testified that the Nova belonged to a police officer, and when Lynn Price learned who the owner was, he ordered for the car to be destroyed. Now, during this hearing, testimony from authorities also found weapons at Lynn Price's apartment, including guns registered to other people and a flamethrower. Lynn Price was a convicted felon from felony tax fraud charges in 2016 and is not permitted to own a gun. Prosecutor said he's not been charged with any weapon offenses. The prosecutors quoted that the number of accusations against him should support a decision to keep him in custody. Quote, he's the orchestrator. He's the one who tries to keep his hands clean.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Soroka.
And I'm Lisa Hernandez. Right now, a judge is deciding whether to keep Lynn Price in custody after prosecutors shared concerns that he threatened a witness or potential jurors. KPRC2's Bryce Newberry live in the newsroom after hours in the courtroom this morning. Bryce.
Yeah, Lisa and Andy, for the former Turkey Leg Hut owner, federal prosecutors say the turkeys have come home to roost. They say for years, Lynn Price has tried to keep his hands clean of crimes, paying off others to do the dirty work, and they want to keep him in custody. During a more than 2-hour hearing, an FBI agent testified that Price paid $1,400 to have his ex-business partner's bar, 5015, blown up nearly 5 years ago. This is surveillance video from that early morning in June of 2020 when masked men poured gasoline all over the patio before that fire that then caused an explosion and destroyed the building. An indictment unsealed last week alleges that Lynn Price orchestrated this plan. The owner of that bar allegedly told FBI agents he initially planned to bring Lynn Price into that business, but then decided not to. The owner allegedly turned down a box of cash Lynn Price brought him to be part of the ownership team. And then when Bar 5015 started selling crawfish, apparently using the Turkey Leg Hut.
This is the carnage left over from them setting the competition's bar on fire. That's so crazy. Positive vibe, man. You see this?
Supplier, the owner said Lynn Price called screaming and hollering and threatened to blow the place up. So in the past, Lynn Price went to federal prison on tax fraud related charges. Once he got out on supervised release, prosecutors allege that he's been involved in other criminal activity, including paying a co-defendant in this arson case to steal vehicles and heavy machinery. The FBI agent testified under oath that same co-defendant admitted to bringing truckloads of hydro marijuana from California that would be stored at the Turkey Leg Hut. And
that's why they went broke. That's why they went broke, living outside their means, fam. Come on, man. You got a damn dually with a trailer on the back. This shit custom made. Hey, this why y'all can't, you know what I'm saying, operate at a decent budget. You niggas is balling. You got rims on the trailer and everything. These folk, man, they were doomed to fail you.
And then got sold at the restaurant in custom branded packaging. Prosecutors allege Lynn Price got the proceeds and gave some of the money to that co-defendant. And while he's not charged connected to those allegations specifically, Price's attorney argues he is not a danger to the community. He's actually helped the community after natural disasters.
Mr. Lyndall Price deserves a bond for various reasons. One, being that he's not a danger to the community. You heard multiple testimony as it relates to his community involvement, the things that he does for the community. But more importantly, the co-defendants that are on his indictment have all been given a bond. So we're asking for equity and asking for a bond similar to the other people on his indictment.
The federal judge ended this hearing by saying there's a lot to think about and she's going to chew on it. We don't yet know when she'll make a decision about keeping Lynn Price in custody.
And Bryce, we understand Lynn Price is accused of another arson in this current indictment. What did you find out about that?
Yeah, Andy, in April of 2020, prosecutors say he paid a co-defendant to steal a 1975 Chevy Nova because Lynn Price wanted the engine out of it. But once they took that truck to the mechanic, they found out it had been stolen from a police officer who owned it. It was then found burned near railroad tracks and a retention pond. Now, around both of these alleged arsons, prosecutors say call records show The two men were in touch.
And Bryce, we know you sat in court throughout the morning. What was Price's demeanor like in court today, and what do we know about what happens next?
Lisa, Lynn Price was still handcuffed and shackled. He was wearing an olive green jumpsuit. He had many people there to support him and seemed hopeful at the beginning of this hearing. He was nodding at them as they came in, but then as the hearing went on, he seemed to keep his head down. And then at times when some of these new allegations came out and were discussed, he would appear to react.
Well, I guess 50 Cent has some new content, because best believe they're going to make a new TV series out of this. It's a little different, but I wanted to bring it to you guys' attention. This was the story of a restaurant business owner who got a divorce, indicted, and lost his business in less than 12 months. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and till then, catch you guys on the next one.
Y'all lock in with the family TV. Boy, you know that food good. You see how old girl eating that turkey leg, doing the shimmy? That's how you know you got some good food, man. That shit's crazy, man. This man a damn pyromaniac, ain't he? This man is a damn pyromaniac. The feds rushed his house and came out with a flamethrower. They brought a flamethrower up out this nigga house, man. That's how you know niggas be on some other shit, man. Real talk. Real talk. Hey, but he gonna have them spreads looking scrumdiddlyumptious in the giant. You can best believe that. Whoever his celly is finna eat good in the neighborhood. You feel me? Yeah, man, but that's the story of Lynn Price and the turkey leg hut, man. Man, that's all we used to hear. You go to Houston, you better go to Turkey Leg Hut. I think they had one and put one up in Dallas too. They put one up in Dallas too. So they was expanding, but man, as you can see, they was living beyond their means, you know. They were living like stars, you know. And you can't really do that. Sometimes you have to stay down until you come up. And that went in their repertoire. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely not in their repertoire. Salute to them folks. I don't know what happened to the female, but I'm pretty sure she in a good deal of trouble too, just from scamming all that money from James Fortune and his wife. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to James Fortune, and you know what I'm saying, them folks, man, that's crazy. Put that man business out there. Boy, Cinematic Ken, what it do? Salute to everybody that then came in the chat, fam. I hope y'all done hit that like button. Hit that like button for your boy. And support the channel, man. We still got content to run down. Divine Black Rose said the food was good, but it was overhyped from going viral. That's usually how it always is, fam. That's usually how it always is. You know, when it's never as good as people portray it to be. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, them videos, that shit look like it was busting. Ain't no getting rich overnight. This take a succession of events. That's facts, bro. That's facts. The fortunes want their money, but they'll never get it. They'll never get it. Good thing about the competition to the Turkey Leg Hut is I'm pretty sure insurance covered all of their costs, and they probably back operating. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that, you know, that's a silver lining in that cloud. But yeah, Lynn Price, go to jail in peace. Ain't that what Finesse Uncle said? Go to jail in peace, home. Salute to you. But yeah, man. Hey, this is crazy. It's crazy, man. I'd rather a slow nickel off a fast dollar any day. Any day, Kim. For real. These folk was out of control, fam. You know, just the picture of that truck. You know, that's one truck. I'm pretty sure they had a little small fleet of trucks just like that. You know what I'm saying? Putting on. And you would think that people wouldn't complain about a dress code, you know. But when you look at the whole situation as a whole, it kind of makes sense. These folks, you know, they kind of pass for bougie. You know what I'm saying? And they said that they feel like, you know, customers shouldn't come in there and see people in bonnets and dudes with their pants hanging all off their butt and all of that good stuff. But it looked like it was just a little bit more sinister. Damien said the wife left, divorced, and moved on gracefully. She better not see them fortunes. Them fortunes gonna lose their religion if they see old girl. She got them folk to sink over $300,000 into a business that was about to go bankrupt. Well, that went out of business. Went out of business for real, for real. They had they just stayed the course, they could have went nationwide, but someone used criminal thinking. Yeah, they you ever seen that movie T.I. and Mike Epps called The Trap? Yeah, they got the kush. They got the kush in the kitchen. They moving kush out the kitchen, and then put the turkey leg hut stamp on the bags. Like, who does that, fam? Who does that? That's crazy work, man. Yeah, man. So I believe they had already filed bankruptcy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They filed bankruptcy, but they ended up going out of business like 30 days after they done got all of this money. You got one loan for $100,000, and then you got a buy-in from the Fortunes for $180,000. They think they got something. Then the lady come back and asks for you to use your personal credit card to buy food and supplies. Come on, fam. At that point, I'd have been like, you know what? I need that 180,000. We're gonna wipe the 100,000 off. You can keep that, but I need that 180,000. I don't want no parts of this. No. She took a deep breath and she's like, well, all right. Shit. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. When he locked him up, he started crying. I bet he did. He looked like a highly emotional person. Yeah. He looked like a highly emotional person, just to be honest. Yeah, man. Please make sure to hit that like button. We need that. We need that. And if you can support the channel, we appreciate that too. We got a super chat goal going on, and if y'all can help with that, man, peace and blessings. I appreciate it. Yeah. Finesse the hell out of them good people. Finesse the hell out of them. Yeah. Then ruin them folks. Yeah. Divine Black Rose said the lines used to be up the block and around the corner every day. Can you imagine that? Can y'all imagine that? Having that type of traffic and you screw it up. You didn't have to move no narcotics. You didn't have to move no narcotics. The food should have been enough. But that's greed. That's greed. And then your competition don't want to buy in, and you get them out the way. You torch their whole establishment. Yeah. That's somebody that done got full of themselves. You know what I'm saying? They done got the big head. They thinking more of themselves than they really should. And yeah. He went outside. Lynn definitely is a highly emotional person. Yeah. Yeah, you could see it when he got drunk. You could really see it. You could really see it. Yeah, and it's sad, but hey, that's what it is. That's what it is, and it's really sad because more often than not, a lot of our businesses end up in that shape. I'm not saying that folks is blowing up other restaurants and going to jail for saying Lord know what, but we oftentimes get ahead of ourselves. We feel like we done made it. We start making frivolous purchases, and next thing you know, you done told all your partners about the new spot downtown, and then y'all go down there and that shit got a for sale sign in front of it. It happened in my city all the time. I know it didn't happen in y'all. In sickness and heart for rich or for poor. In sickness and health for rich or for poor, unless you can give me a new motor. Lord have mercy, boy, you crazy. Stole the police Malibu, found out it belonged to the police, and blew it up. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. But yeah, let me say this, man. Next topic. Next topic, fam. Lil Durk. Lil Durk. Y'all know I've been saying on this channel for a long time. I don't care what they come up with. Divine Black Road, where you at? I've been saying this for a long time. I don't care what they come up with. They not finna give Lil Durk a bond. Well, I could be wrong, gang. Cypress, what up? So yeah, you know, they brought to the stage that, you know, Durk had a song where he was talking about the unaliving of Lil Pop and had Quando Rondo voice clip over the beat. Of course, we all know now that this wasn't done by Durk. This was done actually by a fan, and it went viral, and the feds got a hold of it. Drew Finland ate that up. Drew Finland ate that up. He also ate up the fact that they were using this song as motive. Come to find out, this song, well, he was using this song to bolster the fact that they took care of Taekwon Bowman, not by hitting Taekwon Bowman, but hitting his cousin, Lil Pop. Drew Finland came back and said this song was released at least 7 months before Taekwon Bowman got ambushed outside the Beverly Center. 2 big wins for Lil Durk. Friday, feds come back with another indictment, a superseding indictment, which means that the prior indictment don't hold water. We ain't even worried about that indictment. This is the one that matters. So basically, they went back, they erased the notebook, scribbled some more stuff in it, and said, this is what we want to charge him with. Which I think is low down. I think is it shouldn't be able to be done, but they did it. They did it. So yesterday, Durk gets served with a superseding indictment. We're not gonna go over all of this, but I'm gonna go over the pertinent information, because the way it's looking, there may be a bond in the works. There may be a bond in the works. I'm just saying. Even with the lyrics taken out, the judge denied it based on the flight risk and threats made to the witnesses. That's crazy. That's crazy. They have a week to present a defense. So let's go to it. Y'all lock in. If y'all ain't hit that like button, hit that like button, donate to the channel. It's your boy, the Alabama Hitter. I'm finna drop that link in a few minutes, and we're gonna talk about everything that we covered tonight. So y'all stay tuned.
All right, man, here we go. So this is Durk right here.
Shout out to Nash. You know we rock with Nash over here.
This is government's opposition to defendant's bank's application for reconsider of detention order. So we ain't even finna read all this stuff. You already know what they're talking about. We finna oppose him getting out. And here's what they said. Memorandum of Points and Authorities Introduction. Defendant is charged with directing 6 hitmen to travel across the country to hunt and kill his rival, TB. That's Quando Rondo. Defendant allegedly orchestrated and financed the brazen murder plot that culminated with shooters ambushing TB's vehicle at a busy gas station in broad daylight, killing SR. That's Lil Pop. Following a detention hearing in December 2024, the court ordered defendant detained based on flight risk and ongoing danger. Pay attention to that ongoing danger part. They ain't put that in there for no reason. It reasoned that no conditions of release would reasonably assure the safety of the community, finding that defendant uses his money, influence, and power to endanger individuals whom he perceives as a threat. BTK 116 at 4. The court also found that defendant was a flight risk based on his attempt to flee the country immediately after learning of his co-conspirator's arrest. Defendant now seeks reconsideration of that order. But defendant's application fails to address, and I said this before, y'all, any facts that the court relied on when it made its flight risk and danger findings, and fails to present information that was not known to defendant at the time of the hearing, and that has a material bearing On its dangerousness in flight, 18 USC 3142 F2 emphasis added. Instead, he offers essentially the same bond package the court already rejected. It seeks to relitigate an immaterial issue about when certain of his violent rap lyrics were written. Indeed, the crux of defendant's application is that he did write lyrics about greenlighting someone's murder, just that it wasn't this murder. But man, whatever. Okay. But the timing of defendant's lyrics and whether or not he commercialized his violence to rap, which he did, has little to no bearing on the detention analysis before the court. The issue here is a narrow one. Has defendant presented new information not known to him in December 2024 that has a material bearing on whether he should be detained pending trial? The answer is no. The government respectfully requests that this court summarily deny defendant's application for reconsideration. Background. The indictment and defendant's attempt to flee. On October 17, 2024, a grand jury sitting in the Central District Court of California returned an indictment charging five of defendants' co-conspirators with crimes arising from the murder. So what happened to the sixth one? Including murder for hire and conspiracy to commit murder for hire resulting in death in violation of 18 USC 1958A. CDKT. Defendant was identified as co-conspirator 1 throughout the indictment, which listed defendant's involvement in the murder scheme, including the allegation that he told co-conspirators that he would pay a bounty for TB's murder. CID at Overt Act 1. In the early hours of October 24, 2024, federal and local law enforcement executed multiple search warrants at locations associated with members of defendant's organization, Only the Family, or OTF, in the Chicago area and arrested the 5 charged co-conspirators. Soon after law enforcement executed the warrants, the FBI learned that defendant had been booked on 3 international flights, including at least 1 to a non-extradition country. Defendant skipped the first 2 flights and was arrested when he showed up to board a private jet scheduled to leave the United States a short time after. ID at 9 through 10. On November 7, 2024, the grand jury returned the first superseding indictment, FS1 or FSI, against defendant and his co-conspirators. The FSI identified defendant as co-conspirator 1 and alleged that he formed and was the leader of OTF, a group of individuals who engaged in violence, including murder and assault at the direction of defendant banks and to maintain their status in OTF. ID at introductory allegations 1. The FSI also included an allegation that defendant commercialized his violence through rap lyrics. Defendant is ordered detained. In December 2024, the court held a detention hearing and considered evidence and arguments submitted by the parties. Among other things, defendant made the same argument he now raises in his application to reopen, a claim that the lyrics cited in an introductory allegation in the FSI about greenlighting violence could not be about SR murders because defendant wrote the lyrics before the murder occurred. During the hearing, the court addressed the matter, finding that the consistency and timing of the lyrics has some relevance, but marginal to the dangerousness issue, which is the issue before me today. After considering the evidence, the court ordered defendant detained based on flight risk and ongoing danger to the community. The court subsequently issued a thorough written detention order. As to danger, the court detailed the allegations against defendant, including the co-conspirators acting at defendant's direction, traveled to Los Angeles, tracked, stalked, and attempted to kill TB by gunfire, including a fully automatic firearm in broad daylight in a busy Los Angeles intersection, and did kill a family member of the target who was traveling with him. The court also relied on evidence that this was not defendant's first murder for hire plot, noting, in a separate matter in Chicago, defendant is alleged to have engaged in a similar conduct. That is the offered money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder, and more specifically, offering to pay money for any gangster disciple that is killed. That's not even true, though, because he had a couple of GDs signed to him. That doesn't even make sense, but whatever. As a result, the court found the material proffered by the government supports the conclusion that defendant uses his money, influence, and power to endanger individuals whom he perceives as a threat. Government's detention brief, example 2, under seal at 12:14 through 15. As to flight, the court rejected the argument that defendant's significant bond package mitigated his risk of non-appearance. Among other things, the court found that defendant attempted to leave the United States upon learning of the arrest of his co-conspirators. Argument. Defendant's application fails to offer any new evidence, much less evidence that is material to the detention analysis. A detention hearing may be reported only if the judicial officer finds that information exists that was not known to the movant at the time of the hearing and that has a material bearing on the issue, whether there are conditions of release that will reasonably assure that appearance of such person as required and the safety of any other person and the community. 18 USC 3142 F2 emphasis added. Courts have interpreted this provision strictly, holding that hearings should not be reopened if the evidence was available at the time of the initial hearing. See United States versus Dillon, and then per claim affirming district court's refusal to we ain't finna do all that. Here we go right here. As to materiality, to open a detention hearing, a defendant must proffer evidence that, if true, affects the outcome of the court's pretrial detention inquiry. Here, defendant's only proffer of new information is that viral video, which overlaid the news clip of SR's death on top of the defendant's songs, including lyrics about greenlighting a murder, were made by defendant's fans, some of which have millions of views, not defendant. But defendant's claim about the timing of his rap lyrics and the fan-made videos is neither new nor does it have a material bearing on the court's detention analysis. Tellingly, defendant's application does not even reference the court's analysis on danger or fight. It actually does, though. But you just lied, but that's y'all do that. It does not explain how defendant's lyrics or fan-made videos undermine the interference that defendant, who has considerable resources, attempted to leave the United States upon learning of the arrest of his co-conspirators, or that defendant uses his money, influence, and power to endanger individuals whom he perceives as a threat. Nor could it. At the hearing, defense counsel raised the exact issue of timing of defendant's lyrics. The court made clear that the lyrics were not material to his detention analysis. So Drew gonna try to have that knocked out there. I'll try to throw that away, because if you're saying that that's not even material, like that's not important, then Drew gonna say, then why bring it up? So here you go. The lack of materiality is confirmed by the court's oral and written explanation of his detention order, neither of which considers or even mentions defendant's lyrics or the above referenced videos. We're gonna go.
So listen, basically what they're saying is, in this superseding indictment, everything that they said about the lyrics and the song celebrating Lil Pop is stricken from the new indictment. And from what I'm seeing, the murder for hire may be taken out as well. So this could be a real live win for Durk. But we're gonna go a little bit further.
Go back to right here. It says CEG, Lil Durk, Dis Quando Rondo, a new song. And then it says Lil Durk, King Von, Quando Rondo available. And then it shows the YouTube video. And the lyrics defendant challenges are contained in paragraph 6. So basically, they're just showing the YouTube video. So they didn't even reference the YouTube video in Drew Finland stuff. So yeah. Moreover, defendant's proffer that his fans, rather than defendant himself, created the video linking him to SR's murder is immaterial to defendant's danger or fight. Defendant was not detained because of videos his fans created. He was detained because he is alleged to be the leader of a violent organization, because he orchestrated and funded an execution-style murder with machine guns at a busy gas station, and because he tried to flee the country after his co-conspirators were arrested. But that's not okay. Drew gonna argue this, but I'll kind of explain it a little bit. But even if the lyrics or the videos had some bearing on the detention analysis, they corroborate defendant's danger. Defendant has repeatedly used his pulpit as a voice of violence, publicly rapped about paying for murders, hunting opponents with machine guns, bounty hunters in Beverly Hills, and other lyrics that have a striking similarity to the modus operandi. To the modus operandi used to kill SR. As the court found in ordering defendant's detention, defendant uses his money, influence, and power to endanger individuals whom he perceives as a threat. Defendant is wrong to suggest he is charged. For example, defendant was featured on another artist song in which he raps, "I don't want no niggas who you catch. I want the one I paid for. Trolling ass, we shot your homie. Gucci Mane, rumors." In this case, or is being detained pending trial because of his lyrics. It's true that words have power, and defendant's words about greenlighting violence and placing bounties may be admissions of criminal conduct. That is for a jury to decide. But this case is not about how defendant made his money. It is about how he allegedly chose to spend his money and wield his power in August 2022 on death and violence. Conclusion. For the foregoing reasons, the government respectfully requests that this court deny the application and maintain its order detaining defendant pending trial in this matter. So, first questions that I seen, right, was this. Hey, bro, why didn't Drew basically lay out the plan of how they going to perform and how they going to attack and all that stuff?
So that is the superseding indictment. They took out the fact that they're saying that the song where they say he's celebrating G Money, salute to you, fam. I appreciate you. Where you been? Where you been, dog? Yeah, man. So they taking that out and they taking the bounty out. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, setting as you slick, running Gucci hot. Yeah, for real. Exactly. Said it Durk rapped about he wanted. Yeah, he did that. He did do that. But I'm telling you, Drew Finland, don't underestimate Drew Finland. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Now, I wanted Seti for the indictment, but I wanted to tap on this as well. And let me drop this link. We're gonna talk about everything that we didn't talk about tonight. If anybody want to pop out, hold on. Let's go.
The Durk second superseding indictment is here. We don't actually have a copy of it. We'll probably get a copy of it in the morning. However, Durk's team did file what they call they say this is an unopposed request. So it looked like they had, some type of ex parte meeting, right? And by the way, I think it was even said in the docket notes, there was an ex parte meeting. And an ex parte meeting, if you don't know, in court means there's a meeting without the third party. And there's three parties in court. There's the party of the judge, the neutral arbiter. There is the defendant, and then there is the plaintiff, or in criminal cases, the plaintiff is the DA, or in federal cases, actually, it's the AUSA, okay? Which they assist the U.S. attorney who files these from their offices in the districts, whatever. Anyway, the point is this. It looks like Durk and his team or his lawyers talked to the government, who said, hey, we're giving you a superseding indictment. So you trying to get the last indictment thrown out, our new superseding indictment, we're going to give you a copy of it before we present it in court. And we actually took out, which they did, they removed all mention of lyrics, and they're now, by the way, no, I think the superseding indictment is out. I posted part. All right. So this was filed, and it says wait, no. What?
Get your bearings down, home. Texas, Alabama, boy, what's going on with you, home? Salute to you.
No, the wrong thing. I did. I must have. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, I did email the wrong thing. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm an idiot. All right, just give me 1 more second and I'll be able to fetch it. Takes forever for this. The U.S. attorney right here, Bilal, and then his assistant, Quando Rondo's friend, Lil Pop.
Hold on. So basically, Divine Black Rose said, remember the original indictment was based on the statement of an investigator and not the presentation of evidence. Now that's true. But y'all know what they say about indictments. They say you can indict a ham sandwich. So indictment not hard to come by. It's just, are they going to be able to sustain what they bring into the table? You know what I'm saying? And can Drew Finland present a reasonable doubt when it comes to all of this? I think he got a good shot. Just me personally.
Previous ones do not matter. Says the government provided a copy of the new indictment to the undersigned counsel on today's date. In the second superseding indictment, the last superseding indictment is the only indictment that matters. Okay, so the previous ones do not matter. Says the government provided a copy of the new indictment to the undersigned counsel on today's date. In the second superseding indictment, the government has chosen to. So they're saying the government threw in the towel, saying the lyrics, whatever. It says to remove the allegation regarding Mr. Banks' lyrics previously included in the first superseding indictment. They removed an allegation regarding payment
of bounties. So that's actually important. We didn't know that. So they're saying they removed an allegation that Durk was going to pay these people, which I'm wondering why they did that. That's the basis of murder for hire. If you charge me with murder for hire, at some point you gotta prove that I plan to pay these people, I promised to pay these people, or I did pay these people. So we're gonna have to figure out about that.
And see, that's my thing. Why would they remove the murder for hire terminology, the verbiage murder for hire? After that, then, you know, you just going for a gang leader status. Y'all let me know, because I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not versed in all of this terminology, but if they remove the allegation regarding the payment of a bounty, how is it that you can put Durk in the mix with this? That's all I'm saying. If he wasn't there, they just did it for the love. I mean, come on, y'all let me know something now.
That. And that was previously included in the first superseding indictment, and an additional charge of stalking. So they have given Durk another charge called stalking, resulting in death. Okay?
Yeah, this is gang stalking, basically. I agree with Hitter. I agree. I disagree, Hitter. Drew withdrew because he's good with state cases, as I listened to him on X podcast, NBA Youngboy. They all were for NBA. I get that too. I get that too. But Buddy been running up some real live W's. He been running up some real live W's. Payment promise was money, music, or access. Okay. There we go. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Maddie said gang stalking. Okay.
I'm wondering what's why give him this charge? Like the murder charge should be the top charge. Like why give him this like charge that kind of rolls up and kind of deals with murder, but it's not murder. Whatever. Anyway,
yeah, that's vague.
As court is aware, both from the initial detention hearing and current briefing on Mr. Banks' application for a reconsideration of the detention order, the government's allegation regarding Mr. Banks' lyrics have been a hotly contested issue before this court. It appears that the government has conceded this issue, but in the re-indictment of this case raises new factual and legal issues. Based on the above, Mr. Banks respectfully requests that the court gives him a brief extension to file his reply so he and his counsel could review the new indictment and respond as necessary and appropriate. Mr. Banks requests that he be permitted to file his reply on or before Tuesday, May 6th. And then they sign. Marissa Goldberg does it, she works out of Drew Finland's office. By the way, Christy O'Connor is on it. That's been Durk's longtime lawyer. And also Jonathan Brayman, who represented him for his gun cases in Chirac.
So they just said that they removed murder for hire. You just saw that, right? That's all I'm saying. They removed that and they added stalking resulting in death. I mean, that's what the document said now. And this is the superseding document. So we got to look at that too. It's way easier to prove RICO with gang involvement. Now I get that. I absolutely get that. And there's a body involved. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's definitely easier. I don't know. Maybe they can't prove the money transfer. I don't know. They got something. But them removing the murder for hire, that's suspicious. I'm sorry. That's hella suspicious. So we saying that the bounty part and murder for hire is not one and the same? That's all I'm asking. Because when I think of bounty, I'm thinking of, that's a bag. That's a bag. Don't worry about it, G. You know what I'm saying? You know you good over here, man. You know you good. Yeah, when I think of a bounty, that's a bag. That's money. That's money on your head. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We're gonna keep rocking, see what Act got to say about this.
Back in the day when he was there. Okay. So that's pretty much the update. The government realized they fucked up. They came with a new superseding indictment. They added one little petty charge saying stalking resulted in death, which here's the thing. All these charges are kind of linked. If Durk beats the murder for hire charge, he beats the stalking charge. You get what I'm saying?
Okay,
So they just kind of threw in a useless charge, but whatever. So Durk's team requested a week extension. The government says we got no problem with you doing a week extension because they knew they fucked up when they added the fan video and they came back last minute with a superseding indictment. So it looks like it's going to take another week for us to know what Durk's team is going to submit. And then there still is a oral argument about the memorandums or briefs submitted by both teams and the motion. And that's going to be argued in June. So, and I think also bail will be talked about in June as well. So that's the update. I mean, hopefully I can get too much like legalese in there. So, you know, again, layman's terms, government just try to, you know, save their ass. New indictment, which kind of nullifies Durk saying dismiss this case because they got an indictment through fake, false shit. They're now coming back to say, we got a new indictment through real shit, right? So, yeah. That's the update on that.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say that he was wrong because he really didn't give an opinion on nothing except for what he gave towards the end. He basically read you what they had. You know what I'm saying? But I think Drew Finland up for this challenge. And I was hold on, why we don't see player Cole around you anymore, Hitter? I don't know. It's a good question. Remember, there are people flipping in the LA and Chicago Chargers. Yeah, I agree to that too. But I think Drew Finland up for the challenge, and I think that there is a puncher's chance that not that he can get a bond, but maybe he can win this. I don't know, but I'm watching it from afar. This is not something that I'm super invested in. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how they brought them charges, and you know, that's a Bush League mistake. That's something that you would see from the state when they did the Jeffrey Williams trial. So that's crazy. Act believes the government is screwed. Well, I didn't get that from that video, Kimberly. I didn't. I saw what he was reading, and it made sense. They got some misinformation, and then they came back with the right information. But I know they're also hot with Drew Finland for going on academics and doing it off the record. I would show that off the record, but you know, academics get kind of tight when people show that off the record. I think that's just premium content or whatever. Come on up. Don't drop back in the chat. Come on. I think what's up with it, fam? Rose. Don't drop back in the chat. Close your YouTube app. You can keep streaming out of close your YouTube app. Rose. Don't drop back in the chat. Close your YouTube app. You can keep streaming out of close your YouTube app. Rose. Close the YouTube app. You can keep streaming out of Divine Black Rose.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You close your YouTube app out?
Yeah, I did. I got you on my TV too. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You close your YouTube app out?
Yes.
What's going on, family?
Check out something for me. Pull
All
up
right.
OTF Buna.
Okay.
He had a case in Atlanta
Okay.
where a kid got shot. I
You
want to
talking
say,
about? You talking about with at the varsity?
at a mall.
Okay. You got a specific clip you want me to go through?
I don't have a specific clip, but I'm just giving you a reference. There's another YouTuber that I watch. It's a lady. Her name is Loyalty and Betrayal. She
Yeah.
called this Durk Rico 2 years ago.
Okay.
And the reason why she was able to call it is because when the O Block case was going on,
Mm-hmm.
Trench's News got her caught up in the case and they gave
Right.
her temporary access to it. And she got to see some things. The cat that got into that mall shooting in Atlanta is technically, supposedly, allegedly the person that was wearing the wire. It's not that cat that everybody was saying a couple of months ago. It's the
Talking
dude
about
that got,
now.
it's the dude that got off of that Atlanta shooting because he should still be in jail, but a
Okay.
kid got hit.
I wish I knew what video you was talking about. I'll put it on the screen. Hey, look at K-Dog coming. Oh man. Yeah, but I definitely got to do my research on OT Abuna.
Yeah, you will see a lot because that's one of the people that's tied into all of this, and he one of Dirk's day ones, and he's on the
Okay.
streets right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's on the streets. He was supposed to do. I want to say he was looking at like 10 years, and he barely did 2.
Okay.
But yeah, he's on the streets, and they were saying that he was working a while ago. The other thing nobody's talking about is that flight that Dirk was booked on. One of his partners was also on that flight, and he actually took off.
Oh, he actually went to Dubai or one of them places.
Yep, and he's been gone. He ain't been back yet.
That's some shit.
It's a lot, but nah, he's not going nowhere. There's probably another one coming. That's why it says this is the second. It didn't say it was the last.
Boy, I tell you, let's see here. All right, let's since you put us on this young lady, maybe she won't have too much problem with us reacting.
No, she won't.
Divine Black Rose.
She won't. She won't have a problem with you
Okay.
reacting to it because she wants the truth to get out there and not the BS that a lot of people be spending.
Well, that's what's up. We finna rock out with her. Loyalty and Betrayal. Y'all go rock with her. I just subscribed. Yeah, I just subscribed. You heard me? You see that? Bell checked. Let's get it.
Good evening, everybody. You know, it's so funny how so many large platforms will come to my channel to help themselves to my content.
Oh, shit.
But they still won't believe everything I say. Because I know way back at the very beginning of the year, when they were handing down the sentencing for the Oblockians, I know that I said March, I believe it was March 25th, but I know it was March 2024. There was a grand jury indictment against Lil Durk and OTF. And as time went on, when nobody heard nothing, everybody blew me off. From time to time, people would come back and ask, is that still happening? Is that still Yep, it's still happening. Guess what, folks? Happy Halloweeny. You got this, Dirk. You wanted it. You earned it. It's all for you. Now, everybody should remember back when I did this story. Back, it took place December the 4th of 2023. It was on my son's birthday. And it connected the storyline up with.
So this is the Smashville GDs right here. What she talking about?
Yes.
And the murder for hire that connected to OTF. A lot of y'all didn't believe me. That's all right. But I kept bringing it up and kept bringing it up throughout this entire year because I knew what was coming. And yes, I can honestly say that I believe the FBG cash case, homicide case, should I say, is going to be intertwined with this as well. Why do I say that?
I think they're going to bring cash into the equation too. I've been seeing that in the chat. Kimberly said something about FBG cash. I think that might be spot on as far as what they got going on with these M for hires.
He's not the only one.
Main offender.
Who else you gonna add to the list?
There's two guys that were killed at a gas station in Chicago.
Okay.
That were supposedly tied to the Stefan Mack, the case that you have up on the screen.
Right.
They were hit before Stefan Mack. And that's connected to Durk's people too, because they didn't get the person that killed his brother. The cat that killed his brother's in jail with like 4 bodies.
And when Durk says, I want the ones that I don't want the ones you shot, I want the ones I paid for, I think that's what he was referencing. I don't think he was referencing Lil Pop. I think that's what he was talking about. Yeah, you feel me? So let's continue.
That are being accused, all part of the OTF action of the Black Disciples. Now, if you'll remember, I did this story and I had this little video clip. Let me insert it here. All right, y'all. Y'all remember way back, I can actually tell you, I believe it was December 4th because it was my son's birthday. Let me see. It should be one of these around here. Yeah, because that's when C. Hood went to court and saw Ratatouille. That was the same week. There it is. There it is. Come here. Does this mean Lil Durk is next in line for the RICO on the murder for hire? This was just a little intro that I was given to the public. And then we went over to same day. See, if you run a search on my channel, I just put in murder for hire. You see the 3 different videos that I popped up. Well, that popped up, should I say. Now.
She smoked cigarettes. Got to. Salem 100.
Over here is the actual live that we did where we went over all the documents. Okay? Now, old boy is over there shouting and... Now, let me include the video, the short video that I've loved to play over and over all year. For one, yes, I know it irritates the hell out of them. But for 2, to show further proof that I've been telling everybody about this. Nobody just didn't listen. You can see here, December 22nd, 2023, with a whole 539 views to this date. Y'all gonna learn one day. I know what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the truth out now. Let it die now.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, no, I'm saying like the truth out there now. Let it die now. What you gonna get on here and keep on? What we gonna keep on arguing about this shit or what happened? Like, it's over with. I told the story. That's the real story. The story that I told is the story. Look on Lord Tur. Look on Lord Tur. Look on Lord Tur. Look on Trap Lord Ross.
So it was on the Loyalty and Betrayal channel.
She got
originally.
a huge
an hour and a half like breakdown of the situation here. But there's a little 6-minute piece here. A lot of people are saying that the Durk Rico is just around the corner and he needs to play nice for young boy.
And yep, folks just didn't believe me. So let's go get into the storyline. Now here, most people's already seen the article, but if you haven't, let me read it to you real quick. 5 people in Chicago have been hit with the federal charges in California, alleging they were contracted to kill rapper Quando Rondo in Los Angeles due to his suspected involvement in the 2020 slaying of rival artist King Von. Charges in the indictment, which were unsealed today in U.S. District Court in Los Angeles, are Kayvon London Grant, DeAndre Dontel Wilson, Keith Jones, David Brian Lindsay, and Asa Houston. Probably mispronounced it, but it's all right. The charges include conspiracy to commit murder for hire, committing murder for hire involving a death, and the use of a machine gun in a violent crime resulting in death. The most serious charge carries up to the death penalty if convicted. The indictment alleges that all 5 have ties to Only the Family, also known as OTF, a hip-hop collective founded by Southside rapper Lil Durk, a mentor of King Von. The flights and rental cars were paid for with credit cards linked to OTF, according to the prosecutors. 2 of those charged are Chicago street gang members, according to the authorities. All 5 men were arrested Thursday in Chicago area and appeared in the Dickerson U.S. Courthouse in the afternoon. U.S. Magistrate Judge Jeffrey Gilbert ordered the defendants held in custody pending further proceedings and the shift of the case to Los Angeles. The charges mark the latest fallout from the high-profile killing of King Von, 26, whose real name is Davon Bennett, in a fight outside the Atlanta Hookah Lounge on November 6, 2020. The indictment alleges that King Von slaying an unnamed co-conspirator who is part of the OTF offered money and lucrative music opportunities to anyone who would kill Quando Rondo, a Georgia-based rapper whose real name is Taekwon Terrell Bowman. Bowman and his sister and his cousin, Savayas Robinson, probably mispronounced that, 24, were riding in Bowman's black Cadillac Escalade near a gas station in West Hollywood in August of 2022, when gunmen opened fire, according to the charges. Bowman and his sister were uninjured, but Robinson was struck multiple times and killed. Now, the Chicago Tribune put out the same exact story, just different photographs that they added in with their storyline article, should I say. But everything else is the same. And here's a picture of them at the gas station. Now, again, this is the story here that they're using as the basis of their indictment for the RICO charges. And again, in order to make it in furtherance of an enterprise, they will be tying in, I'm sure, the FBG cash homicide, as well as many others that will go along with this story. So remember, all them big platforms come over here taking the content, but remember who's actually putting the truth and the facts out.
Well, there you have it. Salute the loyalty and betrayal. That's crazy. I wanted to know more about that situation with Boona. I guess we'll figure that out as
You
time.
can Google it. It should pop up on YouTube.
I did. I got a bunch of shorts and a bunch of music videos, but I'll try to look for it again. Let's see. Yeah. Well, let's just we'll go through this short right here, and maybe they'll give us a little context. Boona Lamron arrested for shooting that happened in March outside a mall in Atlanta. He allegedly hopped out a SRT and started shooting into a car with 3 men. 2 of them got hit, and a child was hit in the crossfire. He luckily survived. Charged with 4 counts of aggravated assault and no bond. So that's the incident that y'all talking about.
Yes, that's it. And he's on the streets right now.
Boona was, and you said Boona was. Well, you didn't say Boona. You said another affiliate was on the plane. He actually hopped the plane. That's crazy.
The person that was on the plane with Lil Durk, that was Von's cousin.
Okay. Man. We're going to see. We're going to see. This is going to be a crazy case right here. And
the thing that she keeps bringing up is that the cats from O Block, they still haven't been sentenced yet.
Right.
And there's a reason for that. Because somebody from them gave a statement.
Okay.
And another one was locked up and didn't tell the rest of them that the feds was coming.
Okay.
It's a lot tied into what Durk had going on.
Right.
So he just getting his karma. That's all.
And maybe a star witness.
Yeah. One of the shooters is a witness. That's why they're not named.
This is going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy right here. I can't wait to see it unfold. I'm not going to lie to you. There's situation with Quet as well. But this one right here is intriguing. The whole situation behind Von and Durk. Reflections with Kimberly Wilson said Vonnie is Von's cousin. Right. So, man, we got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. And I know some of it may get pushed, but we got Diddy, we got Durk, we still got Quet, and we still got Cornelius. I don't even know why Cornelius is going to trial at this point. He probably, plead out and get a favorable time cut. What you think? 30 years?
He'll be lucky if he gets that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because there's no remorse in what he did.
Right.
You can tell how he was telling the story. It didn't bother him. The only thing that bothered him was he couldn't put that down payment on the house.
Right. He couldn't get that money.
I don't know how far he thought $40,000 was gonna go, but
right.
Not with a habit, it's not gonna go very far.
Nah, but when you ain't got nothing, $40,000 is a lot of money. That's a lot of money when you out them trenches.
Yeah, but realistically, if he'd have got that $40,000, he'd have gave it all back to Quet within a month.
Yeah, he would have. It sounds good until you start, adding up the cost. Yeah, he'd have gave a sizable amount back to Quet. He'd have put Quet on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, I mean, Quet is in the fight of his life too. I feel like he don't want to go to court, but he got to go to court because he feel like, 40 he can't do. Maybe they can do something in court to get to prove something to where they don't feel like he had as much involvement, but I don't think that's gonna work either. I feel like they're gonna smack him on the back end. He may end up with 55 years, something like that. But I guess he feel like it's worth a try.
I think he backed out of whatever deal he made with them on the front end. I think he backed out of it.
Right. And playing with Hagerman, you do not play with Paul Hagerman. I'm sorry. I think he's gonna make him pay for it. So I don't see Cornelius going to trial. Yeah. I don't either. There's no need for it.
He would be a damn fool if he went to trial.
Right.
I mean, we can tell that he ain't all the way there, but maybe if, he'd had a little rehab time behind them bars, reality will kick in.
Right. And the thing about it, the way he sat on that stand and just talked about everything that happened, like, like they went to the movies or they went to a cookout, Yeah,
No remorse.
No remorse at all. No remorse. Yeah, I had the long john, and Justin he had the 9mm, and we hopped out, and yeah, it's sad. It's sad as hell that dog had to die by the hands of them punks. But that's how it is. That's how it always unfolds. With Dolph, with Mo 3 got killed by yeah, a guy that had a trans girlfriend. So, yeah, fam, crazy.
And he's not going. Keywan White's not going to say anything simply because he at home.
Right.
He was just out on the streets visiting family. He's at home.
And that's what he said. He said, I can do 30 years. I can do 40 years. I bet you can. It ain't nothing to you. It ain't nothing to you. Small thing to a giant. You know what I'm saying? But that's how.
Yeah, he's at home. He didn't got there, got his little spectacles on, and getting his little hair braided up, and then put on a little weight. He eating good. Yeah, he's not about to say anything.
Nah, he ain't worried about a thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it unfolds. Durk, on the other hand, woo, it's gonna be rough on Durk. If Drew can't get him out this jam, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Even if he manages to wiggle out of getting a lesser charge on this one in California, he got more coming. Like the way Loyalty and Betrayal breaks it down, there's a lot more than just these murders. That on a surface that we know about. We're talking about he had his hands on a lot of stuff, all the way down to gun running. So that's the other thing that they mentioned in the case with the brother in Chicago or whatever, where they found the gun, the cats ran off and left the phone and everything. Those guns are tied back to Atlanta. The guns, it's a lot of stuff tying back to Atlanta. And it's not just OTF and O Block, it's other gangs in Chicago that's potentially tied to it as well.
That's usually how it is. when you recycling weapons, yeah, that's the dumbest shit on earth to do.
Oh no, they moving them. They're moving them. They supplying the hood.
Yeah, that's a whole nother issue right there.
Yeah, they're supplying the hood, and it's being brought up in the indictments how the guns are coming out of Atlanta. It's an Atlanta connection.
Right.
Back to it.
So they probably can get them dirt cheap in the A.
Yep, and that's why his case got dropped. The one that he had with Vaughn at the nightclub is because they knew other stuff was coming that was bigger.
Yeah, that's that no touch clause I keep talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's absolutely the no touch clause. What I want to know is what in the hell happened in that house in Atlanta when Durk was involved with that bang out with India. Is that fabricated or not?
Oh no, somebody was trying to go get him.
Ain't that something?
Somebody was trying to go get him, and the thing is that in and of itself, he should have been caught up on that.
Right.
Yeah,
I would
you have a right to defend yourself, but how many of us think that India was actually shooting that gun?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Not when they coming at you like that. He's not gonna toss that to her.
Nah, that's facts. Cypress, what's up with it, man?
What Poppy I doing?
Good,
you doing,
man.
Cypress?
I'm doing.
You whispering, bro? You all right?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's better now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good, man. Just chilling.
So, what you think about all this, Cypress?
It's crazy. I think if it's, I don't know. I think it's a loophole in there. I think it's a loophole. They can get that modified hire out. It's possibility.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only loophole he got. If they can get that modified hire out of the, he can call.
It's gonna be, if anybody could find a loophole, it's gonna be Drew Finley. I say that. But when you factor all this other stuff into it that Divine Black Rose talking about, yeah, it could get real sticky. It could get real sticky.
And don't forget that the 60s just got indicted as well. And they were saying that basically Durk had somebody on the ground that
Right.
pulled him in. And Quando had ties to the 60s.
The brick, not the trick.
There you go.
Yeah.
You better want private love. Yeah, the brick, not the trick.
Yep, and you know he been skating on a lot of stuff throughout the years, so you know I wouldn't doubt it if he's talking.
Nah, that's real. That's real, cause he knows. Man, I've been saying this for the longest. Brick Baby been behind them bars a lot, and under no circumstance do he stay in there over 2 years.
Yep.
I think you've been cooperating for a long time.
Yeah. You can tell how he talking on the phone for the bro, like they record, bro. What is What is you doing, bro?
Kimberly said, "Ain't no loophole, Cypress. Ain't no loophole at all."
I think if they can squeeze something with that brother for hire, he'll come home. And the bad part about it, all the other dudes gonna be stuck, so they gonna be ready to testify because they ain't got the bread he got.
Yeah. Well, they ain't gonna be stuck. Yeah. All you gotta do is say a little something.
Yeah, because you got to remember, one of the shooters is already talking.
Mm-hmm.
One of the shooters in Quando's case is already talking. Like, they have him as co-conspirator number 2. They've never listed him as the person that's talking. And then you got to factor in the credit cards. Who else would have had a credit card tied to his label? And you know what I'm saying? Tied to his money like that. Who would you trust like that? That person is cooperating as well.
This is crazy work, man. Boys talk about sticking to the G code and keeping it street and being solid. Man, the whole game is rat infested. That's why we say the streets is a myth. And I stand on that unequivocally. The streets is a myth. So that all of that, you know what I'm saying? We ain't talking, we ain't telling. Even all that, we don't bend, we don't break, we don't fold. All that shit is kept.
Yes, Kimberly.
Well, in certain instances you got a point, but like, you got a point. I'll say that, but some, man, you know, some gonna stick to the code, and when the pressure comes, some gonna fold. You know how the game goes.
Well, I'm gonna say this: with the Fed's conviction rate, 98%, 98% of these dudes is folding every time. Every time, they cracking like eggs. That part, Lil T. That part right there. I don't take none of these niggas serious, man. You know what I'm saying? They stick to the code when it's convenient for them. They preach that street code shit when it's convenient for them. We can't act like these niggas ain't, you know what I'm saying, talking about being solid and being real. Yeah, until they get put in a compromising position. Just saying. And them boys in Chicago, oh, they definitely telling. These niggas don't want to go to jail for the rest of their life.
I mean, nobody wants to go to jail for the rest of their life. Me personally, I don't like it when this. I'm breaking that. If you a civilian, if you live your life a civilian life, and you tell, that's cool. But the problem come in is if ain't nobody holding a gun to your head, making you willingly go out and go commit crimes, and you doing this, and then you go tell like, and they can kind of respect that.
Talk to him, Michelle. First of all, let's get this out of the way. Man, listen. Just say I worked at. Let's just say I worked at Publix grocery store, and I see somebody stealing crab legs, and they running out the grocery store. I am not chasing nobody. I came here to get my check, and that's it.
Facts.
Okay, that's facts, right? So these niggas on the drill in Los Angeles, they came to get their check, nothing more, nothing less. This is a paid hit. So we get jammed up on the hit. Man, I just came to get my check. I'm not finna do life for this nigga. And there you have it.
But here's where the problem come in and me with, bro. Like, okay. you didn't nobody force you to go do this. You willing to participate in this.
Yeah, ain't nobody forced me to go fill in the app at Publix either.
No.
Bottom line, niggas need money, and they determine the ways that they want to go get their money. If you want to go knock heads off to get a check, then hey, that's on you. That's on you. But just know, at the end of the day, whether they your day ones or they just a hired hand, a mercenary, when they get jammed, they gonna call your name.
Facts.
I don't know why niggas is surprised about it. They gonna call your name, fam. Yes, this nigga paid me. Now, how many points do I get off for that? Yeah, they know what come with it, so they got to do sometime. They know that. They knew that going in.
Right.
But if I cooperate, I get 3 points off. We talking fed now. Hell yeah. You stewed turkey tails. You pot roast. You cook, fam. Especially about, man, listen. This is the streets. Y'all can fantasize and act like, you know what I'm saying, there's bosses and big gangsters, and man, this shit is counterfeit. Like a wet food stamp. It's counterfeit, fam.
Hell, even the bosses was sending them people at their competition.
Come on now.
You know, there was nothing for them to drop a dime back in the day. Hey,
Right.
get the people up off of them. Why you think they always had the police in their pocket
Right.
and on the payroll?
Exactly. And niggas can say, oh, damn, hitter. Man, you talking crazy. You sound like a snitch. No, fam. I'm not going to put myself in a position where I got to tell on nobody. And that's...
Right. Just don't do it.
Right.
Here's my thing. And here's my thing. And I say this all the time. But if I'm wrong, it is what it is. I'm not saying go do it. But I'm saying this. If you gonna do it by yourself.
Cypress, I'm gonna be 100 with you. I'm not finna go lay down for 100 years for a nigga.
No, I'm not saying go. I'm saying, if people gonna go commit crime, and that's what you want, then do it by yourself. You don't need no child partner, cause you ain't gonna tell on you. I was just saying.
That's not true either, Cypress. How many times have you seen First 48 where somebody go snitch on themselves?
These niggas telling on their blood brothers, they cousins.
We saw that in Thug case.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was telling. Everybody
Yeah.
was.
You seen Future and Jeffrey new video? The nigga calling his own brother out on the video.
But he ain't no better. Thug ain't no better because he was in there talking too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He sat up in there and snitched on himself. He told on himself.
But that's what I'm saying. All these niggas rap. All these niggas rap. But they preach that shit.
It's easy to talk a good game when you high all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody feel like they'll stand on something when they high. And they got that liquor in their system.
Now you don't want to be fool to believe it. Straight drop. Loaf boy drop. No. Yeah, you the one fool enough to believe this shit.
Well, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I blame Straight Drop for that because we supposed to clean that up.
And whether he cleaned it up or not, so in your terminology, cleaning it up, that's still gonna be a life sentence. Because if you don't get caught on the dog shit, you gonna get caught on Cornelius. That's the double whammy. And plus, cleaning it up wasn't gonna do no good, fam. They had video. They had video before and after the fact. Cornelius ain't had to say nothing for real if we being honest about it.
But here's the thing. Before I'm just saying, if I'm Straight Drop, before I know it's video evidence, I'm cleaning this shit up, knock shit down. I'm at least attempted in a way.
All I'm saying, it wouldn't have helped one bit.
And now it probably wouldn't. Most likely wouldn't. But before I know, you got time enough for all this shit to come out. You gotta go and clean it up right first. Go knock them down.
These niggas won't even wipe the car down. How the hell you feel like they gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they a different breed of stupid.
Definitely a different breed of stupid. I ain't gonna lie.
Because this fool, he gonna wipe no print on the car. He gonna wipe the car down, put the whole print on the right there in it. But he could have left well enough alone.
But it's sad. K-Dog said, home state, Divine Black Rose, please. I'm about to give myself an aneurysm trying to decode your accent.
It's a little bit Las Vegas and a little bit of Louisiana.
That's what's up.
Oh, that's what's up. Your mother said, I believe they were going to outperform. They could have.
Reflection with Kimberly Wilson said, if you haven't smashed the like button, please do so now. Like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, support the channel, fam. Send us a super chat, a super sticker. Anything helps. You know what I'm saying? We're working hard tonight. I appreciate y'all, man. But yeah, I had never seen nothing like what we seen with Straight Drop. And for him to sit up there with his lips pressed together and won't even try to save himself, it's crazy. Salute to him. He a real live street nigga.
And he said he wasn't on. He let it throw away the keys, so he had to leave the keys. And I respected it, girl. So
You respect that? You gonna send him a kite? You gonna hop on the mega bus and go and visit him out there in the woods in Tennessee?
Nah, I ain't doing that.
Exactly.
But I respect him for standing no business and taking everything with his mouth. As far as what I know now, he took it off the head and kept it inside to come with it. That's beautiful.
Drop is only being quiet because his people being taken care of. You see that big pretty house in Florida?
Mm-hmm. A lot of folks say that they ain't even there no more, but that's cool too. But it's crazy how long they go from Orange Mountain, a street over from Quet, to Florida.
House on the lake with a golf course.
Come on,
nice.
fam. Kim, I don't have Apple Pay, fam. I operate off of Samsung, man. Samsung S23. So, but I appreciate it, Jess. I got Chime. I got PayPal. We rock with them. But yeah, fam. I still believe Dry telling. Yeah, he telling through somebody. He'll never, you know what I'm saying? You'll never see it. He gonna tell through somebody. Cypress, if you respect it, support him. Right. Send that man a kite, man. Go to the grocery store, buy that man 12 suits, put them in a box, take them to UPS and send them to him.
Damn, you can do that?
Because God ain't doing it.
Well, God
ain't nobody on CMZ.
God can't do it.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, man.
You know how many eyes will be on God and do that shit?
Right. I believe eyes already on God. Well, be honest, if the feds is involved in this, we probably don't know nothing for about a year or so.
Man, got it. I don't know. I hope they don't be able to time up in that's my thought.
Let me ask you this. Why you hope so bad?
Number one, is my dog.
Okay.
Number two, he ain't built for the press.
Hold on, Cypress. Wait a minute.
Let's go Divine Black Rose.
You just said if they do it, you know what I'm saying? They got to stand on it, right?
Right.
Well, so if Gotti is tied into all of this, hey, the people come for him. They come for him. Don't feel bad. You don't feel bad for straight drop. You respect it, right?
Yeah. I respect first off for taking it on the chin. If I didn't see that, but I respect for taking it on the chin.
I'm saying Gotti's supposed to take it on the chin too, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to.
Don't feel bad for him.
But I don't feel bad for him. I just know he ain't built for the pressure.
Hey, but none of that matters if he jumped off the.
Yeah.
If he putting bags on people's head, if he tied to anything like that, none of that matters.
Yeah. Now that thing, look how Drip is gone here. Right.
Comment of the night.
Man, y'all know them. No, but see, God ain't never really been in no. See, this is the first time his name has been in some major. Get out.
Mm-hmm.
But none of that matters if he made the decision to step into that, right? Like no different than straight drop. If he wanted to be a crash dummy, he was a crash dummy. He's standing on it. If Gotti get caught up in the situation with Dolph, he deserved whatever coming to him. It don't matter whether or not he's never been in the penitentiary or been to jail or whether or not he built like it. He thought he was. That's all that matters, right?
You know, the bad part about this is, at the rate it's going, it probably ain't gonna be nobody around for Gotti to point out and tell everybody gonna be out of here.
That would be crazy. That would be absolutely crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. At the rate that this is going, and that's why it look like we headed, y'all. I'ma flat out keep it real.
Where we headed?
And this might be bad if they jam them up in this. And I think there's gonna be a lot of people that gonna be up out of here, fam. And he gonna be stuck to take that on the chin, which I feel like it's damn, didn't it? But like this his first time ever being into some real pressure to, like, you know, like the pressure like where if they get you, you really can't come back from.
Yeah.
He ain't never been in no major issue.
Do you think that Gotti felt like some people on the internet feel when Juke died? Not immediately when Juke died, but maybe sometime later. Like, you know, if he had something to do with this. Damn. Well, that eliminates the tie to me. Do you think he ever felt like that?
Honestly, hell yeah, cause I would. Hell yeah, cause I would.
Yeah.
But that's some false confidence.
Right.
Because, you know, Gotti has ties to Quet from back in the day. Quet had it all over his Facebook page where he used to throw parties and talk about his boy Gotti coming through. Wasn't no mention of Juke in those posts.
Yeah. There you go, Divine Black Rose. Divine Black Rose cooking tonight, man.
What she say? What Divine Black Rose say?
She talking about all them parties that Quet used to throw, where he would highlight Gotti as an attendee, that Gotti was coming through, the boy Gotti was coming through.
Yeah, I'm quite sure they all kind of know each other, so they all, you know. But I don't know, man. I think it bagged him up to the point where he has to go to trial. So the truth can really come out.
Well, to be honest, man, all this is internet speculation, you know. Cornbread and Straight Drop, they acted at Juke's order. This ain't got nothing to do with Gotti. Gotti ain't got nothing to worry about. Right?
That's how I always looked at it. Because
right.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because like they never mentioned Gotti coming around and no memes. They never mentioned Gotti being around and negotiating this shit. So I kind of looked at it like Juke enforced this, but I kind of took it as Gotti like, look, don't let this shit leave at me. Keep my name out of it.
Right. So if Gotti says that, then that implicates him. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I'm quite sure he feels that way. I can't say he said that, but I'm just saying I'm quite sure he feels that way. Because I probably would. Probably what I would.
I beg to disagree. Kimberly, the feds are absolutely on the internet. The feds everywhere.
The feds is outside. That's why they went got Big U, Brick Baby.
They came and snatched them niggas right off the internet. Real live police. And we gotta also factor in that, you know, in the words of the Cypress Garden Kingpin, gotta done pay for a lot of funerals.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta have paid for a lot of they pay for a lot of funerals, man.
Yeah. But like cats say, you know, they don't wish jail any worse enemy. I get it. 100%. But it's coming.
Yep. Now, I think people should be held accountable for the young dog situation, for the nature of the way that it happened, and I think people need to be held accountable for it, man. Like, because these people messed the city up. I'm gonna keep it real. People need to be held accountable for them because y'all messed the city up, man. And then it got so bad where people can barely be outside, man. Kids can't even go to school without niggas. Put it down. It's terrible.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's how bad it is.
Yeah, this shit wild, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to compare Birmingham to Memphis, but shit. It's wicked in Memphis. It is wicked. Some of the shit I be seeing on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Shootouts at parks. And we had that too. But it's like every week. Every week it's jumping off, fam. And I can't blame that on them folks, but you know what I'm saying? They set the trend. They definitely.
This what I don't like about this, man.
Mm-hmm.
How all you rich niggas with money so put these kids on the front line. Y'all who go to y'all mansions for these kids die for y'all food. I can't respect that.
No, I can't either. There's a lot of people guilty of that. There's a lot of people guilty of that. I feel like bad.
I hate that with passion, fam.
I feel like bad guilty of that. I feel like Thuddy guilty of that. I feel like to some extent Kenny may be guilty of that.
Just put their whole team involved to be guilty of that.
Yeah. I definitely believe CMG guilty of that. Let me ask you a question. How you feel about Gotti coming out saying that, you know what I'm saying, the Gotti bash is coming back to the FedEx Forum, only to a day later rebrand the whole thing and rename it the Glow Badge?
Oh, you caught that one, huh?
I absolutely caught it. I absolutely caught it. One day it's the Gotti bash. It's the Gotti birthday bash. You know what I'm saying? The traditional event, the annual event in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? And then the next day, you got some bad intel, and them folks came back and said, "No, this the Glow Badge. This the first annual Glow Badge." Damn.
Hey, you quick on your feet, I tell you. No, man. It kind of confused me.
That's them playing in people's faces.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he wants to do something in the city, but he know he can't put his name on it.
Right. But he found out quick. Somebody's like, no, take that down. Well, we're coming to that just to shoot it up. Yeah. So they put glow face on it. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know Glow is the face of CMG. She is the face of CMG. Yeah. Kim said, I heard Gotti moved to Texas. Yes, he moved to North Texas, a city called Dallas, where he's building the CMG headquarters. Yep. They're going all in on Glorilla and Zillionaire Doe. Zillionaire Doe doing a good job. He's trying to stay out the way. But might be too little too late. Might be. I don't know. I don't have no intel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Guy that needs to pay Glow way more money. Yeah, he do. But it's gonna take her to get fed up. Come on back up here, Sight. It's gonna take her to get fed up.
It's gonna take who to get fed up?
Glorilla.
Well, she in a bad deal.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, she in a bad deal. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of glad he did pull his name off of it, man, because people were gonna try it, bro.
Yeah. It's the Gotti Bash, Glow Bash, cornbread and hash. Shooters and fire.
So, but I kind of caught on to it late. So, how long did it take for him to take his name off of it for he touched it?
From what I seen, it was like 24 hours. One day it was the Glow Bash. I mean, one day it was the Gotti Bash, and next day it was the Glow Bash. You know? I wish I had a screenshot of it.
Yeah. Well,
It happened really quick.
Yeah.
I almost want to come in town for them, but I don't ride down.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a special guest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't gotta go be the special guest.
They should be safe though. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna happen at the farm, you know. Can't nobody get no guns in the farm except for CMG. You know. Oh boy. Gotti was slowly moving his team to Texas. They couldn't move quick enough.
Well, Gotti don't really mess with the M anyway like that.
Yeah.
He don't care for the city like that.
Yeah. He milked it dry. He milked it dry, fam.
Yeah. But they
all type of beefs, all type of conflicts.
All type of blood all in the streets.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. While they pressure washing it off the pavement, he on a plane, headed to Love Field.
360 had the music thing, but they didn't create it like this.
Say it again, it's like
I said when 360 was running the city, they wasn't nowhere near like this.
No. See, they probably would play the blackball game, but the game that Gotti was playing would get down and lay down. And in hindsight, it didn't look like it at first, but in hindsight, you see it. You know, get down with the team, or you can't make no money around here.
Just like the guy with the turkey leg hut had legitimate money and wanted to pull some street shit into it and messed up his bag.
I ain't gonna lie, when I first came out here, my turkey leg hood have a line 3 over, man.
Yep.
And I'm like, what the hell is here? I thought it was like probably the third song on the line.
You got to come close to the phone, right?
I said I thought it was like probably like the third or something when the line was, man. But I ain't know about the turkey leg hood till I got here.
And not just people standing outside, it's the cars wrapped around the street. Well, like
it would call them the people.
Yeah, it's horrible. It was horrible trying to get to that little spot.
Yeah.
They was in there. They made money hand over fist and blew it all. That's crazy.
And they were making money here every day.
Yeah, you selling 40,000 40,000 turkey legs a week. Man.
That's like a damn much.
It looked like a concert was just getting out whenever you pass through there around the turkey leg hut. It looked like a concert was getting out every day.
Yeah,
Too many
every
people.
day I was 3 streets over long.
That shit is wild.
Every day, consistently, bro.
Mm-hmm. So Glow was born 7/28/99, and Govan trial starts on her birthday. I hope they don't push it.
He can't get any more delays, can he?
I knew Straight Drop couldn't get no more. I don't know about Hernandez Govan. Yeah, that was a friend of the family, Money Hungry. Yep. We covered that earlier in the show, G Money. Yeah, Terry Lynn Price. So I think that's his name. Man, but it was off the chain. But it was off the chain. But that was is a lot of similarities between the two. You know, trying to buy into another company. In Dolph's case, they wanted Dolph to buy in the CMG, so to speak, and he wouldn't do it. The dude that was opposing the turkey leg hut wouldn't buy into his company. He wanted to buy into his. It was I was working. What about Finesse? Well, I'll get to it. But yeah. We see what happened with Dolph, and we see what happened with the opposition to the turkey leg hut as well. Them folk got blew up, paid them folk $1,400 to go in there and nuke this man business. That's crazy. But about Finesse, we were just talking about Finesse turning himself in to the feds on yesterday. And his uncle coming out talking, the uncle that he dissed at the end of that video, he came out and he was basically pleading his case and basically telling people that Finesse is a lying scoundrel. A lot of people help Finesse. It just sounds good over a beat to say that your family didn't help you and you self-made and you got it out the mud and you built this. Yeah, but a lot of people help Finesse. A lot of people help him on his journey to get where he is today. I wonder what the official time gonna be. That's what I'm waiting on. I want to know how much time he got to serve. He had 48 days left on his probation. So we got to see. Dolph's birthday is a day after Glorilla's, I think. 7/29 or 7/27. One of the two. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Shout out to that boy.
Say what?
Shout out to him.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Dolph. Shout out to Glock. Glock doing numbers right now.
I don't know about all this. Shout out to him.
I know. Yeah. Glock doing numbers right now. Man, I ain't never been a huge Key Glock fan, but he got some songs on that that's actually, going in. He got some songs on that that's going in. I ain't gonna even hold you. And now he got that battery in his back. He got that machine in his back that y'all always complained about them not having, So it's funny how time turns, ain't it? Real funny how time turns. Remember, he was clowning Brady when they did him wrong. Who we talking about? The turkey leg hut dude? They said if the streets can't touch you, they touch those close to you to flush you out. Glow needs to break away from. Yeah, I agree.
Glow don't need
She
to break.
will.
Glow don't need to break away from God, man.
Sype, you gotta come close to that phone. It sounds like you got your phone underneath your pillow talking through the.
No. I said Glow don't need to break away from CMG right now.
Nah, for real. When all of the fame and when things start to wearing off and everything Glow puts out ain't going like super out the stratosphere, that's when folks start looking around and start checking for stuff. She already ain't getting paid what she do. So when it die down and she really ain't getting paid what she do, that's when she'll start looking around, and that's when she'll make up her mind to do what she need to do. And it's crazy how this happens because we all know the cloud over Gotti. It'd be crazy if both of those situations happen at the same time. It would make her look less than loyal, but it's probably just two different things happening at the same time. That's how I feel like it's going to unfold. I could be wrong though.
I could see that too. Primarily because she's making a lot of industry connections as well that ain't got nothing to do with Gotti. It's just people that genuinely love who she is. So I could definitely see her stepping away and making her own moves outside of CMG.
I can too. And it would be a bidding war. So one thing I can say, I don't know how much creative control she got over her situation as far as the music. She got to keep that intact. Whoever making beats, they got to keep making them beats. Cause
Paul pretty much doing their beats and shit.
Okay. Yeah, man. K-Dog said, yeah, something about Honeycomb Razor was kind of, and salute to Honeycomb. Honeycomb ain't said nothing about this since it happened. That's good. That's good to see. And I know they mended ways, so that may have something to do with it, but I'll say this right here. It's real funny how the tables turn. Now, I don't know how long Finesse gonna be in there, but it's a good chance that Honeycomb could be back outside and Finesse still be inside. We don't know how Mob Ties is reacting to this situation either. You know what I'm saying?
They've been really quiet lately.
Very, very quiet. Radio silent. So
on everything.
Right. I think it could be some brewing there too. You know what I'm saying? Because that boy ain't doing the numbers that he was doing. And just to be honest, the Prince family ain't really never done right by nobody, including their cash cow, which was Scarface. So, you know what I'm saying? We can't expect them to do right by a nigga that ain't even from Houston. Cypress got that call and he got up out of here. If it was 100 bands on Dolph, Cypress, imagine the ticket on Glow's wig just to hurt Gotti. Ooh, man, that would be crazy. Yeah, that would be crazy. I hope don't nobody touch a hand on Glow. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they will. Ain't no all the heartless people. They kind of like. I ain't gonna say that. I'd be saying too much. You know?
No, I think what's gonna happen with her is that, like I said, she's making industry contacts. I think somebody gonna help her get moved around and get away.
Yeah, I think so too.
Where it looks like it's amicable, on both parts, and she just doing something different. Whether or not it's a makeup line or, you know, her trying to get into acting, you know what I'm saying? Just something different. I think she was supposed to be doing a partnership with Rihanna for her line. Like, I could see her doing something different.
Right. That's crazy. That's crazy. She can branch off into so many other things, though, you know? G Money said Jay was trying to ask Finesse what was going on, but didn't get a direct answer, so he wished him luck. Yeah, because, you know, there ain't no skin off his teeth, like the old folks say. Definitely no skin off his teeth. So, yeah, what it is. You know what I'm saying? They done made out like a bandit. I'm pretty sure that they ain't feel like, you know, I know that they felt like, I know they felt like Finesse would be a good artist on the label, but I don't think that they felt like they were gonna get one hit from him, or a major hit, let alone two. They got Get Even and Back In. Both of them songs was hits. Everything else is just, you know, something you watch on YouTube. It ain't nothing that's really sticking with you.
Finesse
So
has drama.
Yeah, they made out like gangbusters. So. Yeah, man, it's crazy work. Crazy work. The rich stay rich. But Finesse gonna have to humble himself. At the end of the day, he really gotta humble himself, and you know he gotta try to mend some bridges that he done burned. The first one I would do would be with my brother. That man, I don't know what the hell he want to do. Before that, go ahead.
He won't humble himself because he got a little bit of money. He was already who he is right now before he got any money, and the money just reinforced it.
Yeah, the money make you a damn fool with it. Whatever type of vice you got, whatever type of attitude problem you got, it put it in another stratosphere. Yeah, I agree to that. K-Dog said Glow needs some ghostwriters or something. Whole raps have a very short shelf life. Man. Yeah, you're right though. You're right. Yeah, you see, I mean, I guess she got some hits though. She got some major hits. You know what I'm saying? So I rock with Glow. I rock with Glow, and I agree. You know, get it right with your family first. Get it right with your family first. Get it right with your brother. Then get it right with your mama, because I don't think everything is copacetic with Finesse and their mom either. Then you could take it from there. Everybody else will be exiled. I'm sorry. Even Sugar.
His kids. That's who we need to get it right with first.
Exactly.
How you out here parading around somebody else's child and your kid's still stuck in the hood? That makes no sense.
Right. Let me see if I can find something that a lot of people was talking about. Let's see here. A lot of people was talking about this, and I didn't see it initially, but after a while, when you look at it, you're like, damn, these folks wild as hell. Let me see here. See if I can put it up. There we go. All right, y'all. Let's see here. That ratchet Section 8 bonnet wearing rap longevity is only so long. Shout out to Sexy Red. She the queen right now. All right, y'all. Y'all check this out. Y'all seen these pictures on social media. And this is Sugar and finesse in their baby. And then you got them showing off their J's. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the other kids. Who kids are these, fam? Why they ain't fresh? And the whole situation is people like, damn, y'all Sunday sharp, but y'all got these other kids in the background looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's wild. I don't mean to show nobody. Say, I hate like Finesse2tymes BM. The internet had to bullet her to get the rest of her kids. Now that she has a baby, she doing ish like this, only including his child. The Montclair and the Jordans cheap as F. If all of them couldn't wear it, nobody should have. They in the back looking sad as F. Yeah. That's crazy, huh? That's crazy. Ooh, that's crazy, bro.
But that just shows you what type of person she is and what type of person he is.
Right.
He ain't shit and she ain't shit, because any woman allowing a man to be around her and not take care of his kids, that lets you know she don't give a fuck about her own kids.
Right.
And any man, same thing. If you with me and you not providing for mine the same way you would provide for yours, oops, you're not providing for yours, then that's what you get. Where her kids, the other kids are excluded, and it's just the one that they got together.
Mm-hmm.
But what she don't realize is if he replaced her, that baby gonna be on the sidelines just like the other kids.
Yeah. You're damn right. Gonna be right there on the sideline. Boy, I tell you. And you know the cold part about it, he don't see it. He feel like he in the right. He feel like he is unequivocally in the right.
Yeah, because he gonna blame it on a bitter baby mama.
Right.
But he ain't shit dad.
Yeah.
Like you got some bread now. Take her ass to court and go get custody and access to your children. You know, why you doing nothing?
Right.
But on the internet flexing with the new baby like the other kids don't exist. That's sad.
Boy, I tell you. And we see this every day in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I had a homeboy. His first baby mama, boy, you know, the baby mama and the baby looked thrown away. He left that situation and got a whole nother situation. Got them folk in a house, 2-car garage, you know what I'm saying, truck, nice car. They doing it. But his other baby, they on the other side of town looking crazy. It happens a lot. It happens a lot all the time. I ain't even gonna hold you. So we know what this is when we see it. But to see it in this fashion, well, these folks, they dressed all the way up. Everything they got on brand new. And the other kids look like they just, you know, they just came from City Trends. Yeah, they just came from CITY like a motherfucker. It's crazy, bro. I can't stand shit like this. But you know, Finesse got to learn, and he will.
He won't.
When? Who knows?
He won't.
He said he won't.
He won't. He won't learn, because the whole thing is if he learned anything from this whole situation with dealing with King and the back and forth and the whole nine, he should be looking in the mirror at himself like, damn, I'm sitting here doing all this for somebody else's child. I'm taking somebody else's child here, there, and everywhere with me, and my own kids ain't seen me in the past year. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying. He not dealing with them kids because he not dealing with the baby mama. That's what it boils down to.
Right.
Kids ain't got nothing to do with it. You know, the same effort you put in to lay up and make them babies is the same effort you need to be putting in to take care and provide for them.
But this is a Mac right here. You know what I'm saying? The chain say it all. You got to put it in my hand. That's the code he lived by, and it's sad. It's sad. I ain't finna beat a dead horse.
Finesse ain't pimping nobody but himself.
That's it. That's it.
Because if he ain't had that little bit of change, them girls wouldn't be messing with him.
Nah, that's facts. That's why BBJ keep coming and going. That's why BBJ keep coming and going. She know what it is, and you know she ain't gonna play with him. She ain't gonna play with him. But it was sad to see. It was sad to see them babies down bad like that. That's sad, man. That's sad. I ain't even gonna hold you. He was only using King and pretending with King too. But my thing is, why you pretending with King? What is the back end? What's the benefit? What's the long game in going to get King and taking him out of his situation?
You said it earlier. Something in the milk ain't clean.
Something in that milk is not clean, fam. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I have a whole issue with grown ass men fighting over a little kid.
Right.
And they're not even fighting over for their own kids. What's that about?
Right.
What's so special about this one?
Mm-hmm.
There's millions of them running around the hood right now. What's
Right.
so special about this particular one? Why everybody got their attention and focus on him?
And you said it yourself. King ain't got no hit. So if he ain't got no hit and you ain't get him for the music, what did you get him for? I done dealt with CPS 2-3 times dealing with King. That's because you not, man. First of all, you the guardian. You gave permission to this boy to go visit with your girlfriend, not your wife, your girlfriend, mama, and let him leave there and go with his dad, who don't have custody, don't supposed to have custody of him, for months. See, when people try to tell their truth, they get themselves caught up. They get themselves caught up way too often.
Exactly, Kevin. He says King knows where all the bones are buried for those dudes. Exactly.
Yeah, he does. He does. And that's on Finesse. She never had him around. Look, King said, "You smoked it with me. I got this on video." Look, King ain't playing. He swear he ain't a snitch, but he absolutely is a snitch. He absolutely is a snitch. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, you know, you get away with it now. You get away with it now. When teen get put on the back of your age bracket, then you know we gotta revisit it. When you start hitting 13, 14, and you got that same type of mentality where you hop on the internet and just start telling shit, and then, like Finesse said, he sat down with the police and started telling shit too. So, you know what I'm saying? Everything that's going on in my house, yeah. So who knows? What King said might increase his stay in the feds a little bit longer. Because Sugar Mama, she ain't got no problem with telling on Finesse. Obviously.
I got a sneaky suspicion that he might end up getting hit with some charges while he's sitting down for them however many days.
I think so too.
Because you know, he didn't say he had a lot of time. We talking less than 60 days, and the feds gonna come get you and make you come sit down for them 60 days for a violation.
Yeah.
Just 60 days? Yeah, something else cooking.
Yeah, they scared the hell out of Sugar Mama. They scared the hell out of Sugar Mama. And I think she might have said some stuff. And Lil King, in the moment, might have corroborated what she said.
Okay.
That boy had bags on his eyes. Look who back. What's up with his sight?
I'm back. What poppin'?
What's going on, man? We talking about your favorite nephew, Finesse2tymes, man.
Yeah, he crazy. Hey man, look, if he's smart, he gonna put sugar ass out. All them damn kids. Keep our mama away from your ass. And live your life.
She's so dense, man. I hate to say it.
Hey, he's stupid, man. You don't bring no woman with all that bag into your crib. You hit them and take them back where you know.
Like, you know, folks was on the internet clowning them because the other baby's looking like this. Wow. His baby looking like this. You know. And I get it. Yeah, I can see DV charges too. Just slow for no reason.
He a big old trick, that's all.
Yeah.
And they see it on him.
I doubt it. Like he do a little bit more for sure because he knows Suge sold off. He can do what he wants. That's how she ain't got nothing. So yeah, it'll look like tricky. That's how she ain't got nothing. And the whole time he master manipulating and pulling strings on all these people.
I wonder if they got enough to cover them bills while he locked up. Ain't no money coming in. Ain't no features going out. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no shows.
I'm quite sure he got the money to cover it.
Mm-hmm.
He probably left it to his mama or something.
And if the mob got to take care of it, boy, they gonna take it with interest. Hey, if you do have another hit, you ain't gonna feel it.
Yeah.
If you do have another hit, nigga, you just gonna be popular as hell. They finna take all that. You can rest assured that. Jay Prince taught Junior well. Taught him well, fam.
Yeah, as he should.
So,
but they didn't need Finesse needed them.
Yeah. He threw him a lifeline, and I wouldn't be surprised if he ain't got no crazy deal like Glorilla got, just to be honest with you.
Well, I think he outed his mob side because he got B Mims as manager. And, you know, Gotti gonna want all that for it.
Oh yeah, with interest.
Yeah. So.
With interest.
So he really stuck. Look how many you can't not say mob side and think you gonna live in Houston. Cause they gonna tell you Texas ain't big enough for all of us. Where you leaving? You can't go back to Memphis. Bag them down there in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you go somewhere like LA or something.
And you definitely don't want to go to LA. Not with that mediocre ass music. You can't live out there. You can't breathe.
He don't have LA money.
Exactly.
Or LA connections.
Mm-hmm. You done said death to all the bloggers, so interviews is off the table.
Yep.
You can go link with FYBJ, man. You might can do that, but everything else is a wrap.
Yeah, Wag don't make sure nobody in LA or Compton rock with you. Hang that up.
Yeah. It's just sad to see somebody with so much talent, you know what I'm saying, throw it all away, fam. And when we thought he was righteous on track, he kind of squandered it with this. This is a whole bunch of nothing, fam. You see a nigga get out the feds, the last thing you feel like a nigga gonna do is blow it by getting ratted on by your baby mama. But this the type of trash that come with Finesse2tymes.
Yeah, but being a conniver, man. And look, you know those kids. I don't really like to speak on kids. Let me tell you something. Man, them kids look real sad, bro. Y'all out there parlaying with other people.
Yeah, they want J's. They want some J's. they want a nice fit.
Well, they probably gonna have to ask their dad.
Got them kids over there like they got wearing shit from Bargain Town. What y'all know about Bargain Town?
They thrifted them clothes for them babies.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, he do got Chicago connection.
Yeah, he do. He do.
Yeah, but she said he don't have Chicago money.
He got Chicago connection. That's close enough.
Nah, not with the way he be bumping it. Somebody be to knock his head between the washer and dryer.
Not for real.
Not in Chicago. Not in Chicago. He connected.
No, he got them Vice Lord ties. I get it.
Yeah, he got Vice Lord's ties, but them YNs out there don't respect none of that. You not gonna come to their city talking crazy.
That's a hell of a point.
You see all the drama that he in here in Houston, right? He don't get on the internet and bump it about nothing going on in Houston because he know mob ties is here in Houston.
Right.
No matter what what it's dealing with, because for as much as he talk crazy, chances are he done ran into somebody out here where they didn't exchange some words or what have you. But he don't get on the internet and bump it. He'll talk about what's going on in Memphis, but he's not gonna say anything about where he lay his head at. And that's because he know he don't run nothing out here.
Right.
And that would be the same in Chicago. Ties or not.
These are facts.
Because them young cats, them Vice Lords in Chicago, they don't know him. They know his music, if they know his music.
Yeah.
So he ain't gave them nothing to respect.
All right.
This ain't this ain't back in the days where, somebody can make a phone call and vouch for you. What they vouching for on Finesse?
Yeah, because everything that they see on social media give off clown vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
And now we know why Hustle Cartel and King was really exposing them, because Sugar Mama was playing up under it. And ain't no way Sugar ain't know all this is going on.
But just think about it, fam. You got a nigga as goofy as Hustle Cartel just playing on your name, bro. When in the history of the internet have you ever seen that? Ain't no clown nigga finna play on BG name. Ain't no clown that nigga gonna play on Durk, YB, none of these niggas, man. This man is taking to the internet and just making a fool of Finesse, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can he really bounce back from this? I don't know, man.
No, you can bounce back from anything. You can bounce back from anything. If Gunna can be on video in a courtroom telling them the whole YSL and come out and drop a #1 album, you can come back from anything, fam. People talk that shit on the internet, but they really don't care.
His music got to pick up.
And that's the difference right there. Here, the Gunna put out music. He didn't get on the internet talking.
Right.
He just put out music. Like, this is why y'all was rocking with me, so let me go ahead and do this.
Right.
You can't take that away from me. Finesse not even doing that.
Right. And I agree. But my point was, if he was to come back and just do music, yeah, he could come back, but he gotta stay off all the dumb shit he on. Well,
I'm too focused on the wrong thing.
like, so Ed, Cypress made a good comment. He said that mod tie situation may be up now that he signed with B Mims and CMG Management. You know, so it ain't really this ain't really got much to do with mob ties.
But we know they still gonna find a way to make some money off of them.
Absolutely.
And to be honest, I don't blame him. You went by the city. What you gonna do?
Right. You wouldn't believe the type of niggas that be getting extorted in Houston. Yes, indeed. And I'm gonna say this, and this nigga, he give me clown vibes too. But you hardly ever, if ever, and I could be wrong, these niggas talk the same type of talk. They damn near move the same type of way, but you never see Finesse2tymes and Sauce Walker together. Maybe it's the mob ties connection, but you never see them two together. They pretty much on the same type of time.
So Sauce Walker don't mess with mob ties.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could be the mob tie connection, but I don't know, man. That's kind of crazy.
Nah, Sauce, he really came out and said something about them when Takeoff got hit. So whatever they had brewing in the background before then, you know what I mean? I haven't heard anything else about it, but yeah, they move in two different areas, two different groups.
Yeah. And I remember, you said, I wish y'all was with us. That wouldn't have happened if y'all was with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that caused a split. But yeah. Crazy work. Speaking of Sauce, I know y'all seen Go Yayo interview on Off the Record with Academics. That was probably the best one he gave since he's been out. Go Yayo, sad individual.
Right.
That's a good ass interview. I ain't even lie. That's a good ass interview. Very entertaining. Very entertaining. But make no bones about it. Go Yayo, a massive hater. He a massive hater, and he don't care. You know he a hater. You gotta know. But that was a good ass interview. I would have reviewed it and reacted to it, but yeah, like I said before, Academics, he'll flag your channel when you show anything off the record. Not a regular live stream that he be doing on Twitch that he upload to YouTube. He cool with that, but yeah, that off the record shit, yeah, he gonna come knock on your door behind that. So I ain't even mess with it. That was a damn good interview. Damn good interview. If y'all ain't seen it, y'all need to check it out. Yeah, man. Also, BEO dropped a new album. Federal Flashbacks. That's pretty dope album. What you think about it, Cypher?
From what I heard, it was okay, but I ain't heard the full album yet.
Come back to us. We can't hear you.
Hold on. I said from what I heard, it's okay, but I haven't heard the full album yet.
Yeah. I give it about a 7.5 to an 8. You know what I'm saying? It's decent. But he's still talking that shit. He's still talking that shit in typical Lil Kenny fashion. You know what I'm saying? But
no other way.
huh?
I said we wouldn't want it no other way.
No, we wouldn't. But you better stay safe.
You caught the feds outside.
Yeah, they definitely outside. So we rocking with Kenny. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, it should continue to go up. And yeah, Pot said BO tape hard. Yeah, it is. I rock with it. You know what I'm saying?
He's doing what Finesse was supposed to do. Just get out and drop music.
Exactly.
Man, when you get to get mess with these hood rats and trying to do this and that, sometimes this is what you ask for.
I missed this comment. Why y'all didn't tell me Finesse y'all been locking on some of the lives? He had the typewriter mouth on an old son I just saw today. Yeah, I think that might be them perks. Could be something else, but I think it might be them perks. Another thing about Finesse, you got headphones in, Rose? Okay. If she come back up, we'll bring her back up. But yeah, fam. It may be a little bit harder than we think. This next state for Finesse2tymes. Finesse2tymes going back in after having all of this money that he even got in the last time since he got out of jail. It may be a little bit harder, man. You know, you get used to certain things. You get used to living a certain way, a certain quality of living. Now, he has been acclimated to being in the institution, but back then he wasn't this Finesse2tymes. This nigga, you know what I'm saying, got money. So, and when I say money, I ain't talking about like mob ties money, but he got a bag, he got a sack, and they have to go ahead.
Right, and according to King, he having to pay for shortage over the FMG.
Yeah, if it won, it's definitely one now.
Yeah, because he can't stay gone too long for losing no money. But he the only one over there paying all the bills.
Exactly.
You gotta make sure the little dude straight, shoes straight, all the kids straight.
Yeah. Well, his kid, because everybody else, they looking thrown away. They ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, he don't really give that about the rest of them.
Yeah. So who knows how this gonna turn out?
If he's smart, he'll kick him to the curb when he come home.
Mm-hmm.
Because her mama gonna keep on marrying.
So he'll target, now the wolf's gonna be ready to eat. Nah, I feel that too. And people feel like the Fed, if he gonna do Fed time, you know, that's a little bit more comfortable of a state than it is in the state pen. But the way it's going, the way the trend is now, the Feds is the state. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more YNs and a lot more people going Fed these days. So it might not be what you think it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's just something to think about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with that being said, I'm waiting for Cone to come home, and hopefully he can stay out. Lord knows, I hope he can stay out. That boy, he don't know nothing but the prison. Salute the Honeycomb, salute the Happy Hill, Pritchett, all them 2K babies down there in Lower Alabama. You know what I'm saying? They hyperactive. I wish they would slow their ass down and stop all the bloodshed. But yeah, salute to them boys, man. But fam, We've been rocking strong for 3 hours and 49 minutes, and I think we're gonna shut it down right here. We got my dog Cypress TV in the building. Cypress, are you gonna crank this thing up, or you just gonna call it a night?
Man, I'm gonna call it a night. I'll probably pop out. What time is it?
Shit, I don't even know.
Man. What y'all want to do? Y'all want to pop out?
What's up, chat? All my usual suspects. K-Dog, with you. G-Money, I appreciate it. If y'all want to rock with Cyber TV, say you might pop out, man. So, y'all stay tuned. Keep your notifications on. Man, Divine Black Rose, you welcome anytime. I appreciate you coming up and lending commentary on the topic. Yeah, great point of view, for real. Great point of view. I appreciate everybody for tapping in with us. First and foremost, G Money, Divine Black Rose, K Dog. My dog Ed Potts came in late. Kimberly Wilson. Michelle Richmond, she came through for a hot second. My dog Cinematic Ken was rocking with us. Texas Alabama boy was in this thing. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of people come through tonight, and I appreciate it. We ain't the biggest channel, but you know what I'm saying? It's the support that matters. Sometimes people pull up by the hundreds just to see a shit show. You know what I'm saying? To see a person make a fool out of themselves. We try to provide real deal content and give you something to think about in the process. So, to Marion, everybody that was rocking with us tonight, man, I appreciate y'all. And we only had 2 donations tonight. Sunflower came through with the $2 dono, and G Money came through with the $2 dono. And I appreciate it more than you guys will ever know. The fact that you know what I'm saying, donate to the channel, however little, however big. And we also had Balaraj with a cash app. And we had Yo-Yo, long live Dolph, with a phenomenal cash app. One of the biggest I ever got on this channel. So I'm grateful, super grateful. And I just want to say thank y'all for rocking with us. Thank y'all for tuning in to your boy Hitter and Cyber TV. Cyber, he said he gonna pop out. K-Dog said that boy going to sleep. He ain't finna do nothing.
How can it pop out?
That's what it is, then. I'll be over there.
I bet.
You already know it's love, man. Whatever you saying, I'm greatly appreciative. Just know that. Yeah, man. K-Dog said we really appreciate the Divine Black Rose perspective. Nice to hear a woman's view on things. Absolutely. And to all the women, if y'all want to come on the panel, hit the link. Nobody gonna clown you for not being informed, or they're not gonna berate you for being too informed. You know what I'm saying? This is a spot where we, you know what I'm saying, we chop it up, we share love. That's the Hit Squad way. You know what I'm saying? So, man, with that being said, on behalf of Cypress TV, this your boy, the Alabama Hitter. And this has been Hit Squad Saturday night. Salute to everybody in the chat, everybody in the bushes. I hope y'all hit that like button. Ain't number love. And until the next time we decide to spin, I'm in the win. Salute to the hitters. I'm gone.